and welcome inside Delaware Live Sports, live from Tubby Raymond Field here at Delaware Stadium in Newark for the 68th annual DFRC Blue Gold All-Star Football Game. The crew from Delaware Live Sports up in the press box here at Whitney Athletic Stadium. Nick Alessandrini alongside my partner Benny Mitchell, Nick Halliday, and Jason Winchell, our producer here today. Benny, it is going to be a fun one. We are here on a scorching hot Friday evening for the Blue versus the Gold. It's going to be a fun Friday evening and night of football.
You know what was most fun coming up here, Nick, is as I drove up Route 1, I looked and traffic was backed up all the way to St. George's from the beach. So fun for me coming up. I don't know what the evening's going to look like trying to return home. But, yeah, great to be here. Haven't been up in this booth since the state championship game where we watched that outstanding AAA game between Salesianum and Cape Henlopen. And some of those guys, we're going to see B.J. Eileen tonight, the guy that just took over that game.
Gatorade Player of the Year, B.J. Eileen in action, as well as a few other studs, as Benny mentioned, from that particular game, as well as some fantastic seniors from up and down the state. Benny, I remember watching your call of the championship game all the way in Montana that day for Salesianum and Cape Henlopen. What a game it was. Of course, Salesianum, one of multiple championships for them this school year. So we're going to dive into some of the starters here shortly, but you look down on the field now, and you can see kind of the embrace of the buddies with both teams kind of getting ready to go.
The hand-in-hand program, they call it. And, each player has a buddy, each chiller has a buddy, and they're out there meeting with them right now. And when you see these pictures later, breathtaking.
And again, the hand-to-hand program now 50 years here in 2024, so it's the 50th year of that hand-in-hand program, of course, getting everybody set for kickoff here in just a few moments. Just to go over now some of the coaching staffs for each respective team. Let's start with the blue team, and that's head coach of the Caravel Buccaneers, your state champs in Class 2A this year, Coach John Reed, followed by assistants John Belace from Marchmere, a few years removed from his state championship, Rayshawn Matthews Sr., Dave Willard from Caravel, Matt Rice from Caravel, and John Smith from Caravel. As you get the Caravel coaching staff here on the Blue Squad alongside John Belace from Marchmere and Rayshawn Matthews from Howard.
And you talk about Coach, he spends a lot of time here, winning a state championship here last year with Caravel, and for the last half decade, watching his son play for the long snapper for the University of Delaware.
Remember traveling, down the East Coast. We had a game at Elon a few years back, and I saw Coach Reed right there at Phoenix Stadium supporting the Blue Hens there, so a phenomenal supporter.
But he had a visor on.
He did. He had a visor on. I think he's getting off from, the Coca-Cola job, right? Heading over.
Or Pepsi, one of the
Coach Reed, one of the best, and he's, of course, excited to be coaching that Blue Squad. Now let's take a look to the Gold team, someone you know well from Woodbridge High School, Marvin Dooley, going to be leading the way there. Dom Trotta, part of that Woodbridge staff, alongside J.D. Messick, Brandon Dooley, Patrick Moffitt from St. Andrews, and Eston Ennis from Sussex Tech, but Marvin Dooley leading the way.
Marvin Dooley, maybe, after our say, one of the top 10 athletes to ever come through this state, all-state football player, two-time state champion wrestler, all-state baseball, pitched in the Pittsburgh Pirate organization. That's a lot of credentials, and here he is. Back on the sidelines. He's played in this game, and now he's coaching in this game.
And he's been a official on the wrestling side. He's been in the booth with you on the broadcast side. A jack of all trades in Marvin Dooley, and of course that Woodbridge coaching staff along for the ride with him today on that Gold team. Now to the football camp staff: Jed Bell, someone you know also from Milford, Dan Ritter from Howard, Brian Timpson from Appo, Frank Moffitt from Hodson, and Zeb Blum from AI DuPont. A nice coaching staff there that helped out during the camp practices this week.
Jed Bell's another guy where he probably gets a little confused what hat to pick up here in the last few years. He was, he came from Woodbridge where he played. He coached in a couple of state championship games, and then he goes to the DIAA. And the next thing you know, he's the athletic director of Milford. Now he's running the camp here at the University of Delaware for the Blue Gold game. But Jed Bell, one of the great ones when you talk about athletic directors here in the state of Delaware.
And now we'll pause for the national anthem here just ahead of kickoff of our 68th annual DFRC Blue Gold All-Star Football Game.
The things that matter most happen right in our own backyard. Our neighbors, our schools, the places we go, and the people we know. And now there's one news outlet where our story is told. Delaware Live. Locally owned, community-based news. Free to every reader, because Delaware's future belongs to all of us. Quality journalism we can trust to help us take on the day. Delaware Live. Our state, our news, our home.
I I would always pass by Ferris on Kirkwood Highway, so I knew that they existed. We stopped in the showroom. We just clicked, like from day one. They did a total kitchen renovation for us. Ferris was so organized. They were on top of everything from day one. Always here when they said they would be, always on time, kept to the schedule. The level of comfort speaking to everyone that works at Ferris, they were just super friendly, easy to talk to. It was like they were friends, not, people coming to work on our kitchen. The room is totally transformed from what it used to look like. To have all the seating now and the big table, the bench seats, it's great. I love coming home and just walking through the laundry room into the kitchen every day. It was just a great experience.
Inside Delaware Live Sports, a beautiful rendition of our national anthem here by the Blue Gold Band, just moments away from kickoff here at Delaware Stadium in Newark, our 68th annual DFRC Blue Gold All-Star Football Game. Nick Allison Jr. alongside Benny Mitchell, Nick Halliday on the camera, Jason Winchell, our producer tonight. A fantastic crew for a fantastic matchup. Benny, and now just a few moments and we'll be underway.
Nick, we talked before the game. I texted you this morning and told you when I looked at the roster and I saw 18 total linemen.
Be working today.
I don't think there's going to be much running going on. So, we could be here for 4 hours. I don't know. We'll see. But I saw an 18 lineman, 95 degrees. I thought, man, I may have stepped out of this game back in my day.
Of course, today, as Benny mentioned, 90 degrees is the temperature, but on the field feels like 95. So, again, doesn't really quite get that hot in the fall, but these guys, of course, playing in the All-Star game here in June. Captains are set to take the field for the coin toss here momentarily. We'll get you starters here in just a few moments. But just some changes to do with time here. Just because of the heat, they're going to do a 2-minute break at the 6-minute mark of every quarter, and then a 2-minute break in between quarters throughout the game as well. Just a few things to deal with because of the heat to give these guys down there a little extra breather. Of course, going to be needed here in this one as the captains make their way to midfield.
Nick, this game is loaded with running backs. I was looking at the rosters. Not loaded as in not really good running backs in this game today, but I think we're going to see a lot of spread. So I think when you see them go to work, you're going to see them go and work out of that spread formation, and you're probably not going to see a whole lot up the middle today. Maybe some off tackle, a lot of sweep.
And we'll find out in just a few minutes. Our officials today, thanks to DFRC, referee Carl Phelps, umpire James Duncan, head linesman Dean Culver, the line judge Rick Kircheval, the back judge Caleb Brown, side judge Charlie Gibbs, the on-field judge Nelson Burbage, defensive spotter Brandon Hill. Your chain crew today, Al Tuttle, Matt Melvin, Isaiah Thomas, and Adam Clark. On the game clock will be R.J. Parker, and on the play clock today, Tom Ignafo. And Robert Collins is your DFRC coordinator of officials.
I just spotted our still photographer, Ben Fulton, down there. So look to our social media pages, our Instagram page at 302 Sport or Delaware Live Sports, and you'll see some pictures. Our Facebook page, and you'll see some pictures of tonight's game. Hopefully, get them up tonight, tomorrow, and so the fans can enjoy those.
So the coin toss is complete. The gold team will receive, and we'll see that gold offense out on the field first, with the blue team set to kick from left to right as we see it. Of course, the gold team in the gold jerseys with those team helmets, and the blue team in the blue jerseys with the gold pants with their respective team helmets as well. As both teams head to the sideline, kickoff and kickoff return teams, I believe, going to head onto the field, and then we are set and ready to go. It's your 68th annual All-Star football game, Benny.
Nick, for people that aren't familiar with the blue-gold game here in Delaware, split up mostly the city of Wilmington schools.
That's right.
And the suburbs of Wilmington. And I think the northernmost team will probably be like maybe the Middletown schools for the gold.
Yeah, you take a look at it here as we have the schools in front of us, and yeah, looks that way. Middletown seems to be, and of course,
The furthest
Appo
north
there,
team.
yeah.
So southern Newcastle County, Kent County, and Sussex County taking on the Newcastle County, mostly the Wilmington area, the private schools, and the William Penns, and then a lot of the small Christina School District schools, Red Clay. What else you got up here? Brandywine School District. So
Looks like to be Xavier Limehouse and
the X-Man.
Ashley set to return here for the gold team. Heels at the 10 as kicking off for the blue team today.
Limehouse also a state place winner in wrestling the last two seasons.
That's right. Brandy, going through the roster's got a fair share of guys here that are two-sport athletes.
Yeah, some three.
As well as wrestling being a part of them. As well as, of course, the ball set at the 40, and we're almost ready for action. Kicking off for the blue team, the very talented Cole Fanese, the all-state punter from Archmere. 12 minutes on the clock. We are all set and ready to go.
Had a broken hand this year. Is that cool?
He did. Yes, he did. He comes from wrestling family. As we are underway, the kickoff is up. Ashley going to settle under it at the 5. And here we go, trying to follow some blockers at the 20, out near the 25. He'll be brought down at the 24. And now we'll take a look here at the gold offense.
If he had not got tripped up there, Xavier Limehouse just sprung a block, but he had been caught up with a little ankle tackle. He was gone as Limehouse took the one guy out that would stop him.
Starters for the gold team are as follows. The quarterback from Smyrna High School, Jacob Tiberi. Your running backs, fullback Cameron Montgomery from St. George's, Tracy Johnson from Woodbridge. At wide receiver will be Daenerre Horsey from Milford, Matthew Priestley from Middletown, Andre Ashley from Smyrna. Offensive line, Keyboy Harris, Eli Curran, Miko Gibson, Kyle Jones, and Christopher Jamieson. It'll be two backs to either side here of Tiberi. Out of the gun, drops the snap, now going to look down the sideline, has a teammate, it's blocked out and defended, knocked to the ground by number 22, Mackay Beach, the All-Stater from Hodson.
Tiberi, roundabout way to Smyrna. He freshman year was the starting quarterback at William Penn, then went to Salesianum, and then finished his career at Smyrna High School for the Eagles.
Was looking for the rival school wide receiver from Middletown, Matthew Priestley.
A little bit of Harvest Bowl connection there.
That's right. So it'll be 2nd and 10 coming up here for the Gold Squad. We'll get you now the blue defensive starters here after the next play.
A little connection there between Tiberi and Dooley, both William Penn guys. Families.
It'll be Tiberi back in the gun. It's Johnson behind him. He'll have the handoff here up the middle. Has a nice little hole, able to squeak through and pick up about 4. It'll set up a 3rd and manageable here for the gold team.
Be interesting, Tracy Johnson, watching him today, because when he was at Woodbridge, he was their worker. He's not a very big kid. He's about 154 pounds, and he would carry the ball 30, 32, 34, 35 times a game.
official timeout down on the field, as it seems like maybe Tracy Johnson or someone with an equipment issue.
Something with the field.
Something with the field here.
Hmm.
Been to a lot of games here, as you have as well, Benny Mitchell,
Yeah,
here
never
at the field.
seen
Dollars.
this.
I've never seen that. Of course, they just put on the new logo at midfield last year, getting rid of the lighter blue hen
Correct.
that was there.
The illegal blue hen, I was told.
And, of course, taking care of that logo on the inside on the hardwood on the basketball court as well. So just a small stoppage here. Have some of the crew down there to work at it around the 25-yard line. So it'll be 3rd and about 6 coming up here for the Gold team. It was Tracy Johnson up the middle in the last play for 4, and Tiberi incomplete down the sideline for Matthew Priestley. As we'll get you now the blue team defensive starters. Requay Jenkins will be at defensive end. Andrew Semmel at nose tackle. Ian Smith at defensive end on the other side. Your linebackers, P.J. Blessington, Cole Finese, Bryce McKinnon, and Ed Emmons. And in your secondary will be McKeevis Rogers and Mackay Beach at corner. And your safeties, Andrew McKenzie and B.J. Aline.
And Jed Bell, camp director, right to work on the phone. How are we going to fix this problem? Yeah.
Back to the pistol for Tiberi on 3rd and 6. Johnson the back behind him. They'll give it back to Johnson. Johnson from Woodbridge going to keep the feet moving, dive forward, looking for first down yardage. And
That was number 30, Ian Smith of Caraba on the tackle. Stepped right in the hole and shut it down.
one of a few Buccaneers we'll see tonight coming off that undefeated season in your Class 2A state champs. Look like the Gold team just going to be a yard or maybe inches short here. So decision time already for the Gold team.
Marvin Dooley is going to roll the dice.
Going for it here at
he
their
probably,
own 34.
he probably didn't even bring a punter or a long snapper. He's going to move the ball.
Offense going to stay on the field. Tiberi with the call. He'll head back to the huddle. And they'll need inches. It's close there, a few inches away from the first down marker. Back to the pistol. Tiberi has the snap and a whistle and a timeout from Coach Dooley, who is not happy on the sideline. And he wants to make sure that offense is ready here for a 4th down play. We'll have to wait till after the timeout, but we'll stay right here.
Yeah, he was pointing to the play clock that these kids are not used to. The high school kids in Delaware don't get to play with a play clock unless you make it to the championship game. So he was just letting Mr. Tiberi know where that clock is, and he has to pay attention to it. He has to burn an early timeout.
It was Tracy Johnson the last 2 plays up the gut. And
that one there looked like it was going to Carmen Montgomery from St. George's, who had the ball when the whistle.
So we'll see if Coach Dooley decides to stick with that play call or if they switch it up here.
And he also chooses to huddle up on the patch, whatever's wrong with the field over there on the random field.
Stay off the O.
The referee's like, yeah, stay off that O.
Offense and defense both back onto the field here for 4th and inches on our opening drive of the 68th annual DFRC Blue Gold All-Star football game. They'll jumbo it up here out of the gun, out of the pistol.
Looking at Kyle Custis as the up back from Sussex Central.
They're going to hand it off up the middle and diving forward for an easy first down for the Gold Squad. Ball in the hands that time, of course, Montgomery, as Benny mentioned, and he picks up first down yardage.
When they go to defense, I think we'll probably see Custis and Bradell, the 2 Sussex Central defensive ends over the last 3 years, has created havoc for that Sussex Central defense. Right now you got Custis in the backfield, big block on that play to open up the hole and get the first down.
As Benny mentioned, Sussex Central with some big-time players here defensively. Moore Brydell, the first-team All-Stater for the Golden Knights. Now Tiberi back in the shotgun. This time he'll look to throw. Looking for Ashley. Going to pull it back and now fire to the sideline and throw it away. Was looking for his teammate from Smyrna, but great coverage on the outside. Mackay Beach there once again.
And we have a flag somewhere.
So officials will get together. Our first laundry of the evening here. Clock sitting at 9:44 for the opening quarter. Got a bunch of white hats tonight.
Yes, we do.
So our first penalty will be a false start against the Gold team, as I believe it was on number 72, Owen Chaffish.
Blue took eyes, and then back in the game comes Tracy Johnson. I said that, boy, we're going to see much running. Boy, I lied about that one.
It's early.
Yeah.
2nd and 10, just outside their own 35 now for the Gold team.
We might see, I guess, Tracy Johnson as a workhorse.
Montgomery to the right, Johnson behind Tiberi. To Johnson it goes. What a move inside as he jumps to the outside, as Benny mentioned, and picks up 6 or 7 on 2nd down.
That is a Tracy Johnson run. Watched. I did 3-4 Woodbridge games this year, and that kid has a jump cut and usually finds a second gear when he does it.
Looking impressive that time. Sets up another 3rd and manageable for the Gold team. Last time around, they picked up 5, went for it on 4th down, and got it. They'll need about 5 more here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, back Montgomery to the right, Johnson to the left of Tiberi. Back to Johnson they go. High line opened up a nice hole for him, but he's tripped up just inside the 1st down marker.
Moving to the right off the handoff, and then sees a tackler ahead of him, and jump cuts back to the left, and he's right there inside a yard again. He is shifty, and I tell you, if he jump cuts and there's nobody in his vicinity, he will take off.
Johnson, the first-team All-State running back from Woodbridge, stands at 5'6", 160, and the speed.
Well, that might be with his gear on.
There.
He's not a very big guy.
And here we go, another roll of the dice for Coach Marvin Dooley. This time a little bit further for him. 4th and a yard. It's a direct snap to Johnson. Johnson finds a hole, launches forward, and an easy 1st down carry for the Woodbridge running back, and that's consecutive 4th down conversions for Marvin Dooley and the Gold team.
It's not unusual watching Woodbridge Blue Raider football. He will go for it. I'm trying to think. Maybe in the game they may have punted a handful of times in the games I covered last season.
So Johnson getting the bulk of the carries here on the opening drive. We've seen the ball in the hands of Montgomery. A few passes thrown by Tiberi. Still looking for the first completion of the game. But the run gain's got him now into a 1st and 10 just inside midfield at their own 48.
And Nick, they might be able to get to the 6-minute timeout.
That's
and
right.
With just a single possession in this game.
Same backs to either side. 5-step out of the shotgun. Here comes the pass rush, and Tiberi is wrapped up. It might have been Semmel that got there first.
That was number 9, Raikhe Jenkins of Hodgson. We already called 2 Hodgson names. Hodgson, not a state final team last year, but you got to remember they put Cape on the running clock, and Cape went on to go to the finals last year. So a lot of athletes there in Bear, Delaware.
Semmel and Jenkins, both all-staters on that defensive line, shown at that time as they bring down Tiberi for the sack and a loss of about 6. And now 2nd and long, we'll call it 2nd and 16. Now just outside their own 40. 3 receivers set here, running back to either side. Tiberi looking to throw. Here comes the pressure. Escapes out of the pocket, looking for somewhere to go. Across the middle has Ashley, who makes the catch. A good job from Tiberi to get out of the pocket and find his man down the field, picking up almost 10.
Again, now they're going to be on a 3rd and 4 again, 3rd and 5. So just, moving the ball down the field, not looking for anything too crazy. And he finds his teammate underneath, and now we're at a 3rd and it looks like a 4.
Ashley, 5'9", 155, a 4.5 40 for the wide receiver out of Smyrna. So as Benny mentioned, another 3rd and manageable here for the Gold team. And you can assume 2-down territory now inside the 50, especially for Coach Dooley's squad. Hand off to Johnson. And this time it's blown up in the backfield. A great push up front by that defensive line from the blue team.
Number 26, Ed Edmonds of DMA, finishing that off. But there, like you said, there was a gang of blue defenders in the area. I think we might be punting. What is this?
It might be sending out the punt squad here for the Gold team. And maybe Tiberi to do the honors. You saw him do that this year for Smyrna. Out of the quick kick, a few times.
So
for
Nick,
the
we're going to go to our looks like we're going to our first 6-minute timeout.
That's right. We'll be taking them the rest of the way at every 6 minutes. A 2-minute break here due to the 95-degree temperature down on the field here at Delaware Stadium. We will stay right here, I guess, for the 2-minute break here and chat a little bit with me, Benny, if you will, here at the 68th Annual DFRC Blue Gold All-Star Football Game. 5:53 remaining in the opening quarter, and as due to the heat, we'll be taking semi-little breaks here throughout the ball game. 95 degrees today, Benny.
We get to spend a lot of time up here in the fall, Nick, and never get 95. Wow, there was that one Dell State game where remember it rained and they came back and played it on a Sunday. And it was
that before the spring
brutal.
season?
Yeah, brutal. And a lot of Saturdays up here, and usually much cooler weather.
Yeah,
And
that's for sure.
but the Hens be kicking off Thursday night.
Be here before we know it. 30th,
late
I
August,
believe, this
30th,
year?
August 30th. And they're going to take the 2 minutes and they're going to do something. I don't know if our cameraman can get down there on that field crew.
It looks like they've got a tool down there.
That's something. Wonder if that correct spelling too.
Yeah,
They're
they got
going
the
to work.
machine. They're going to work.
I
Shout out to the crew here as well as the coaching staff down there making sure this gets fixed.
can't tell if it's working or not because he's doing
So gold team's able to get into blue team territory just outside the 45, sit at the 46-yard line. Looked like the punt team was on before the break in the action.
That's really not what you want with the heat break. You don't want to be giving the ball after a 2-minute rest. You know, you've spent 6 minutes driving the ball down the field, and just as it comes time to punt, boom, here comes the 2-minute break, and the field looks like it's been fixed.
That's efficiency, Betty.
Uh-huh.
Well done.
Glad that guy stayed on campus.
He was just up here also helping us with the internet.
Yes, yeah, it was, yeah.
Shout out to Zach, and now here we go, 5:53.
Probably
a fourth
selling
down
popcorn
coming
at
up.
halftime.
Oh, bring us some if you're listening. So Tiberi will have the honors to punt this one away to the blue squad. And he will do it.
Little floater.
At around the 10-yard line. It's fielded and met quickly and brought down by Lexton Westcott,
Cape and Lopin.
who runs down and makes the tackle immediately. I believe the ball was returned by Andrew McKenzie, the state champ from Wilmington Friends, and he was met immediately by Westcott.
Lex Westcott is a part of what they call the Fab Five. Do you know who the Fab Five
That's
are?
right. I remember a few of them.
The 5 Westcott brothers, he is the last one. They've all played in this blue gold game.
I remember getting my start back in the radio in 2018. One of the Westcotts.
Lexton Westcott actually did a bid wrestling for me when he was a young kid. Never saw him lose, and then never saw him come back.
And the blue team going to take a different approach. They'll empty it out here on first down as they're going to start this drive from their own 8-yard line. R.J. Matthews at quarterback here today. And they're going to do a trick play to start.
Razzle-dazzle.
Matthews got a man wide open, and making the catch at the 50 is Trey Hamlin from Caravel. And he is going to walk into the end zone.
That is going to be close to a blue gold record there, pass play. I'm not sure what the record is. It's in the 90s. No, it was 1982, set by my teammate Rodney Workman.
And how about that start for the blue team offensively, and now a little celebration in the end zone. It was originally given to Rayshawn Lamons, who throws it back to R.J. Matthews, who launches it deep to Trey Hamlin. It was the Howard to Tatnall to Caravel connection. And the blue team will get it started. They take a 6-0 lead, 5:28 to go in the first. So a different approach from the blue team. They say, we don't need a running back here on first down. We'll spread it out, take a shot, and it works.
And they got plenty on them. So we're gonna check on that because that's gonna be very close to the all-time passing record for here in the blue gold game.
I believe officially was it 92 yards?
I think that's was it 90? Yeah, 92.
I believe they started at the 8, and now they're going to have the offense remain out on the field for the 2-point attempt here. R.J. Matthews heading to Virginia State University, the first-team All-State quarterback from Howard, going to keep his playing career going here at the next level. Now a small break before, Benny, we usually see some trick plays here on the 2-point conversion. I wonder what the offense has dialed up here.
Yeah, really.
And, of course, R.J. Matthews' father, Rayshawn Matthews Sr., his offensive coordinator at Howard during his time there. And now a timeout, a little bit of confusion is Rayshawn Matthews Sr. probably calling the plays here offensively for the blue team. He'll head back out and talk with the players in the huddle, trying to straighten a few things out. So it took the blue team one play, a 92-yard touchdown pass on the trick play from R.J. Matthews to Trey Hamlin. A trio of all-staters connecting there, and blue team 6-0 as we await the 2-point conversion. So, Benny, anything stand out to you here so far? We've seen a drive from each squad and a touchdown.
Well, we saw I think I heard in the background Sweet Georgia Brown on that play by the Blue. The razzle-dazzle and gold bit on the reverse. And, I mean, he was standing on the blue hen all by himself.
He had two guys on the route combination. A teammate was covered, and now the two-point conversion. This time they'll spread it out. Deep motion for Rayshawn Lamons. This time they'll throw it to him. Lamons now going to throw it himself, and that's going to be caught in the back of the end zone. Laundry is flying, so we'll see if they stick with it. But that touchdown hauled in by Hunter Balint, the tight end from Salesianum. And now we await the call down on the field. Let's see what the call is. And it's going to be a full start, so they'll have to do it again against the blue team. And you hear mentioning Rayshawn Lamons a few years ago, was strictly a running back for Tatnall, was unbelievable as an athlete, could catch, run. And then you fast forward a few years, he was doing it all. Like an injury there to the quarterback position. He played quarterback, receiver, running back, and he was playing DB, intercepting passes. And just a phenomenal career at Tatnall for Rayshawn Lamons. And, of course, taking the Hornets to a semifinal appearance a few years ago. And, of course, sticking at Tatnall throughout his high school career. And what a career it was for Rayshawn Lamons. 3.5 GPA for him as well. And they'll do it again. This time a throw over the top there on the fade to the back of the end zone. It was a pretty good ball.
Zion Roach out of Sussex Tech on the defense.
I was looking for Jamal Johnson, or excuse me. Yeah, it was Jamal Johnson from Howard, looking for the teammate connection. Unable to get it there on the two-point conversion. But the touchdown stands, 92 yards. Matthews to Hamlin on the trick play. And the blue team with a 6-0 lead over the gold team with 5:28 to go here in the opening quarter.
So blue strikes first, one play, touchdown. Now they're going to give the ball back to the gold. Yeah, so that was the passing record.
It's confirmed. And those two guys back to receive once again for the gold team is Ashley from Smyrna.
A friend of mine, my teammate in high school, Rodney Workman, had that record since 1982.
Wow. There you go. So Ashley and Livehouse back again. Fenice will let it rip. And this one not returnable. As the gold offense back out onto the field. We'll see if we get the starters here again for the second drive, led by Jacob Tiberi from Smyrna.
One thing, gold already, they've put themselves in that third and manageable, whereas they could be third and short if it weren't for some of the penalties and mishaps in that first drive. So
what do you think, Benny? You think maybe they'll put the ball in the air this time or stick to the run game? Of course, got a few talented running backs over there for sure in Johnson and Montgomery.
Oh, we got Johnson's coming back, so they're going to run the ball a little bit.
So they'll break the huddle. A different quarterback this time around for the gold team, Jonathan Tyndall from Lake Forest.
What a story for this kid. For first series of his senior year, he has a severe broken leg.
Hands off to Johnson on first down, and Johnson making guys miss into the next level. He's got enough for first down yardage.
So Jonathan Tyndall missed his entire senior season, was able to come back in time to play some baseball, and gets rewarded for his earlier years, his sophomore, junior year, where he was that standout quarterback for the Spartans, and gets in here in the All-Star game.
Yeah, you said it. Of course, that injury, dealing with that. You know, the mental and physical aspect.
I saw the X-ray of that thing. That thing was bad.
And here he is in the All-Star football game in the shotgun again, and running back to both sides. Motion for Horsey. This time they go right back up the middle, I believe, to Montgomery.
Gold doing a much better job this time, Nick, at the point of attack. Not even having to use the cutbacks. You know, they're getting the 3 to 4 yards, cloud of dust, with the hole opening up the point of attack.
Picked up about 3 yards. 2nd and 7 now for the gold team. Trying to answer the big touchdown from the blue squad. It's like Tyndall now in the pistol. Montgomery to his left. Johnson sitting behind him. Priestley to the bottom of the screen. Ashley to the top. Hand off to Johnson. A few jump cuts in the backfield, and once again able to pick up yardage. It seemed like it was kind of tight up there, and he found a way.
He's a durable back. You know, he can jump cut. He has speed. But even for his size, he can drag defenders down the field as well.
Quick
Just
feet.
Keeps the feet moving.
That's going to set up now. 3rd and short. So 3rd and 2 seems to be a 3rd downs galore here for the Gold team in the opening quarter. Believe have yet to convert on the 3rd down. We'll see if they can do it this time. Tyndall in the gun. Hand off to Montgomery. He's met in the backfield, tripped up.
He's close.
And he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. First contact made by Ed Emmons from DMA once again.
He's going to be very close to a first down. I think he's got it.
So we'll see. And they are going to give it to him. So first down yard is a 3rd down conversion for the Gold team, first of the evening. And a new set of downs here just outside the 40. Back on the field goes Rikane Jenkins from Hodson, the All-State defensive end. A few subs up front for the blue team. And now 3 wide receivers set. They'll send Johnson in orbit motion back. They'll pitch it to him. He's hit hard
Still moving
at the 48 and just shedding defenders, and a big gain on first down for Tracy Johnson, becoming a little bit of a workhorse here in the first quarter.
Yeah, a workhorse every time he steps on the field. You know, like I said, I've watched him 4 or 5 times this year, and when the game's over, he is spent. He gives you every bit of energy he has in a football game.
2nd and short now coming up here for the Gold team. And it's probably the first down play, or the best first down play they've had so far here in the first, is 2:35 and ticking still to go in the quarter. And now they'll put 3 guys in the backfield here. Tyndall back in the gun. Once again, it's going to be an inside handoff to Johnson. And he's going to be stopped short.
He just got to this point, got skinny, went sideways, and got close to another first down on that 2nd and short.
That'll bring up 3rd and maybe inches, right?
Limehouse checking into the game.
Less than a yard here.
Another workhorse. Watched him in Laurel this year.
Wasn't able to get his hands on any of those kickoffs, but here he comes now on offense.
He's another hard runner just like Johnson.
Once again, 3 guys in the backfield. They'll give it to him. And a full start as he was breaking tackles was Limehouse. Of course, Laurel knows a thing or two about playing on this field.
Yes, won a couple state titles. Limehouse, part of both those championship teams, and he was the heartbeat of the Laurel football program. He did everything. He scored as a receiver, as a running back, pick sixes. He punt returns. He just finds ways to get in the end zone.
And maybe had his eyes on 6 that time.
But again, here's a Gold's moving and another penalty.
Another false start. That'll back him up 5. What was 3rd and very short becomes now 3rd and 6. Priestley to the bottom, Ashley to the top. 2 backs in the backfield with Tyndall. Handoff right back up the middle. They give it to him, and he rewards them. It's going to be first down yardage for Xavier Limehouse. So they get the full start, backs him up 5, no problem for the Laurel running back.
So far for the Gold, it's been the Western Sussex County connection of Johnson and Limehouse running the ball. And here I said they're not going to be on a whole lot of ball. They brought 8 or 9 linemen to the game.
They're going to be working tonight, that's for sure. As the blue team, again, just one play, they put it in the air, able to score. I've seen a few longer drives here for the Gold team in the first quarter, resulting in a punt on the first drive. And as we take under a minute to go here in the first, new set of downs on the other side of the 50 for Tyndall. Fakes the handoff. Now he's going to put it on the ground himself, and he's going to be.
It looked like there may have been some miscommunication there, but I was getting ready to say before that play that Tyndall ran the veer in high school, so he is accustomed to running the ball, running off the edge.
That was our primary offense at St. Mark's during my time there, and a little inside-outside veer. As Tyndall, as you mentioned, looked like a broken play, but he can run the ball and
you get a couple yards out of
it up, picked up a few, right? Able to make something happen out of nothing, and now 2nd and about 8. Still have yet to see Horsey or get a touch so far here out of the starting offense. Everyone else, though, for the most part, has had an impact here. Tyndall now will look to throw. Play action, going to launch down the sideline, looking for Ashley. and had him for a moment. It closed up quickly.
McKeevis Rogers out of Newark with the defense there.
All-Stater McKeevis Rogers at defensive back this year for the Newark Yellow Jackets. And the quarterback as well on the other side. So that time Tyndall, this first pass of the night, a play action, took a shot down the sideline. Incomplete, and now 3rd and long for Gold. They'll break, and now it looks like Ashley and Priestley together to the top slot to the right. With the lone receiver here to the bottom of the screen, and Jalen Anderson.
Polytech.
This time it's a handoff the other way, and it is stopped quickly. Rike Jenkins.
That's twice now he's been in the backfield breaking things up.
Going to stop him there, and that just makes 4th down a bit harder. I don't think they'll be going for this one. 4th and about 12 from midfield, and we'll see if Tiberi or maybe Tyndall is set to punt this one away.
So there's 2 drives for the Gold. Get it to beyond midfield. Penalty, and then drops it back. And now they're punting away from midfield. But first we're going to have the end of the first quarter.
We'll take a 2-minute break here down on the field as the cheerleaders head to the blue hen. And we'll see you here after the short break. After 1, it's 6-0 blue team. 1 play of offense was all it took. We'll be back with quarter number 2.
First State Orthopedic statewide has 29 physicians at 16 locations. Our physicians and staff provide both non-surgical as well as surgical treatment for almost all orthopedic conditions and injuries. We are specially trained in the current state-of-the-art techniques. We serve as team physician and orthopedic consultant for over 20 high schools, Wilmington University, and many local recreational and competitive leagues. Our doctors are readily available to the local emergency departments as well as medical aid units and urgent care centers for consultation and treatment. Call for an appointment today or visit us at firststateortho.com.
Welcome to Premier Physical Therapy and Sports Performance. We're a locally owned outpatient physical therapy practice with convenient locations in all 3 counties in Delaware. At Premier, we have experienced physical therapists with advanced credentials, but their hospitality, passion, and enthusiasm is what makes the difference for you. Find our convenient locations at premierptsp.com.
You may have tried physical therapy,
But have you tried Premier?
And welcome back live inside Delaware Live Sports for your 68th annual DFRC Blue Gold All-Star Football Game. Nick Alessandrini alongside my partner Benny Mitchell, Nick Halliday, and Jason Winchell, our producer, on hand here at Delaware Stadium. A hot Friday evening here in Newark. A 6-0 lead for the blue team, Benny. It was 1 play, 92 yards on the trick play that ended up connecting R.J. Matthews and Trey Hamlin, and that's where we stand as the Gold team 2 drives and 2 punts.
1 play where it seemed like every skills player touched the ball.
All-staters, every all-stater could touch it, and it resulted in a touchdown. It was, of course, Howard to Tatnell to Caravel on the touchdown connection. So Gold team set up at midfield. It was...
Yeah, he's going to back up and punt. Okay, Tiberi's out there to punt.
And he will boot it away for the Gold team as we're now moments away from getting the second quarter officially started here in Newark. So I believe Nick Straszowski from Salesianum back. He's sitting at the 15.
So got a program confirmed. Rodney Workman of Sussex Central to Dale Benson of Lake Forest. 82 yards in 1982, 88 yards. That record withstood 42 Blue Gold All-Star games.
Making history tonight as Tiberi boots it away. Fair catch waved for and hauled in by Andrew McKenzie from Wilmington Friends. So the blue offense out for what will be their second play coming after the touchdown last time around.
Nick, you know who leads this series?
I do not.
Blue leads 34-30, and there's been 3 ties.
It's close.
Yep.
So it'll be the blue offense back out. I assume we're going to see the same guys. It was just one play, as Jamal Johnson will be out at receiver, Hunter Balin at tight end, and Trey Hamlin, the receiver, to the bottom of the screen.
This might be too close for him.
Aline, the deep back, as Matthews fakes to the fullback, comes back with B.J. Aline.
Justin Negron out of Sussex Central finishes off the tackle. He had over 130-some tackles on the season for the Golden Knights first team All-State. Also a wrestler, state place winner in wrestling.
Emmons will come on the field, a gain of 3 on the carry. 2nd and 7 now for the blue team at their own 20. So their second play doesn't go for a touchdown. Just a few yards, and now the first second down of the game here for the team up north. In the gun this time is Matthews. Speed motion. They're going to hand it off, get it into the hands. I believe it was Jordan Miller.
Out of Caravel, yeah. Flag on the play. If you're a Blue fan tonight, though, Nick, you know, you reminisce of that Florida, the very first championship game, national championship game with the Ohio State in Florida, where Florida scored on the opening kickoff.
That's right, Percy Harvin.
And then that was it. So if you're a Blue fan, you're hoping it doesn't go that way tonight.
Jordan Miller from Caravel, the All-State running back. He was the Offensive Player of the Year in Class 2A. He'll be taking his talents to Millersville next year. Was able to cap off his senior year with a state championship with the Buccaneers. Again, the year before was his junior year. They went undefeated in the regular season. Then that tough loss to Wilmington Friends. The Quakers brought home that state title a few years back.
Seems to be some confusion with the Gold Squad right now.
Aline in the backfield to the right of Matthews. They'll go 3 receivers. 2nd and 10 out of the gun. They'll set up a screen. Caught at about the 18-yard line, and then able to get good yardage pushing forward. I believe that time on the reception was Rike Jenkins from Hodson, as I believe they got him in there playing some offense, known for the defense.
I think that was number 5, Cosme, on the tackle, who went down low and made that tackle.
Cosme, a quarterback, even played some defense in here, getting
in front of the Dover Senators.
Done. Dover, again, have been a pretty good product there on the field the last few years, a few deep playoff runs.
New coach be coming in this year. Yeah, it was number 5, Cosme.
That's right. So out of the gun is Matthews this time. They'll hand it off up the middle on 3rd and short. Not going to get there. Maybe a yard or 2 short of that marker.
Let's see. Does Coach Reed have the
marker sitting at the 27? Ball looking to be spotted just outside the 26. I think it was Lamons on the carry that time.
So if they added an extra lineman, it's one of their 8.
They're going to bring in, as if you can hear Nick Holiday in the booth, the heavy package coming in.
Where's our other lineman at?
4th and about a yard. Matthews under center. He'll turn and hand it off. A big hole. It's going to be a first down. As once again they get it into the hands of, I believe it's Jordan Miller. That jersey's tucked up under the shoulder pads.
Cosme, the free safety, came up and made the initial hit on that.
And how about Cosme, successful quarterback for Dover, basketball player as well on the hardwood, and can play a little defense. Only a few quarterbacks play both sides of the field. That's right, a state champion with the Dover Senators this year in basketball. One of the championship Sallies was unable to win. Of course, they did win it last year.
The winner wasn't their season this year.
That's right. 1st and 10 now from the 33. Matthews play action. Pressure coming, looking outside, and has a man. A nice throw, and that's going to be good for 11 and a first down.
That was Custis with the pressure, the Sussex Central defensive end.
So there's the Howard connection. I believe it was Jamal Johnson who gets it from R.J. Matthews. So those two know a thing or two about playing with each other. They find each other for the first down. A gain of 11 for Jamal Johnson. And the blue team moves the sticks.
2 contrasting games, offensive games right now. the gold looking just to, run it down their throats, but the blue spreading things out, opening things up, and they're up 6-0 in their second possession.
Tighter formation here. Hamlin in motion from right to left. Matthews out of the gun, looking to fire, going to go deep, looking for Trey Hamlin, has a step on the defender, and he rolls it in inside the 10. What a throw from R.J. Matthews.
Number 1, Trayvon Paulson from Seaford with the touchdown saving tackle, and a school that we don't talk much about, the Seaford Blue Jays.
46 yards in the air from Matthews to Hamlin, who have already connected for a 92-yard touchdown on the opening drive. Another big play from the big playmaker, Trey Hamlin from Caravel.
Paulson got a little lost in space there on that pattern. Was able to pick it back up and make the tackle.
So now he's in the gun. Sitting to the left is B.J. Aline. This time they'll go from right to left, the inside handoff. It was into the hands that time of the other running back, Craig Miller.
There's a late flag.
And there it is, late laundry.
That was Kasim Powell that's on the tackle, the Middletown Cavalier.
So we've seen Jordan Miller, now Craig Miller, both the Millers from Caraval getting the nod here. Of course, well-deserved. What a running back tandem those two are the last few years. And now we'll await the call down on the field. 8:28 to go in the half. 2-minute break coming up at the 6-minute mark and a 6-0 lead for the blue team.
Long discussion, and here comes the call. And it's going to be on gold.
So it's going to be unsportsmanlike conduct here against the gold team. So half the distance to the goal, it'll go from the 10 to the 5.
So it's just as good as a 5-yard run for the Blue, even though they were stuffed at the line of scrimmage.
And now they'll empty it out for Matthews. There'll be a tight trips to the left with Balin, the tight end, on the line.
That's a lot of athletes to cover, I'm going to tell you.
In motion. It's a handoff, I believe, to Lamons. Lamons cuts back inside. What a move, and a highlight 5-yard touchdown for Rayshawn Lamons, who shows off some of what he's got in the arsenal. An impressive run for the All-Stater from Tatnall. Fakes a few defenders, and the blue team with a 2-touchdown lead.
Yeah, the Blue right now, they're just, like I said, wide splits, stretching it out, and like I said, that's a lot of athletes in that backfield for Blue to try to bring down.
You mentioned the difference in styles here. Rayshawn Matthews Sr., the offensive coordinator, coming from Howard. They run that spread offense a lot with his son RJ, and we're seeing that transfer here to the gold team. An easy transition. We've got the offensive coordinator and the quarterback. And now they'll go for 2. This time Matthews going to go up under center. Turns and gives. Met at the line, but going to keep the feet moving. Did he get in? And he's in, lowering the shoulder, and getting in is the big back, Jordan Miller. And he punches it in. The 2-point conversion successful, and now a 14-0 lead with 8:14 in the half as the blue team strikes again. Well, we're going to take a quick break here, Benny, before the ensuing kickoff. It's 14-0 Blue over the Gold in your 68th annual Blue Gold Football All-Star Game. We'll be right back in a moment.
The things that matter most happen right in our own backyard. Our neighbors, our schools, the places we go, and the people we know. And now there's one news outlet where our story is told. Delaware Live. Locally owned, community-based news. Free to every reader, because Delaware's future belongs to all of us. Quality journalism we can trust to help us take on the day. Delaware Live. Our state, our news, our home.
And welcome back. A short break is now we're ready for the ensuing kickoff after the Rayshawn Lamons 5-yard touchdown carry. 14-0 blue team. Cole Fenice set to boot this one away to Ashley and Limehouse.
Fenice, the Archmere Hawks, a great playing career. He missed most, all he did was kick and punt his senior year, like we said before, with the broken hand.
Running back, linebacker, could catch the ball out of the slot. He really can do it all. Is Cole Fenice, and of course All-State in special teams, as Benny mentioned, as the punter from Archmere. So now we'll see the Gold offense for the 3rd time here in the first half.
So I think that Marvin Dooley's going to have to start putting the ball in the air now. Their running game is good to a little over midfield. In a lot of these there've been all the penalties have been illegal procedure. So, like we said, they're only carrying 8 linemen, and they're working hard, and that's when you're going to pick up those penalties. So maybe look to dump off a few passes here. He does have a good ball. We saw him throw a couple long already.
It'll be Tiberi back out this time. Skill position guys remain the same. It's Horsey, Johnson, Priestley, and Ashley, and now Lexton Westcott out wide at the top of your screen. And a stoppage in the action.
That's a goal timeout.
A goal timeout from Coach Dooley. Going to want to talk something over here before the drive begins. Still 8:14 to go in the first half. We'll stay right here.
That's frustrating as a coach. You just sent this play in off the sideline, and it didn't make it. It didn't make it to the snap, and as a coach, very, very frustrating. But that's high school football, and that's all-star football. These guys only had a week.
That's right, just a week camp.
To get together, week camp. It used to be a 2-week camp, and now just a week camp, and try to get everything together, and it's tough.
Fun media day on Sunday to kick off the week with both teams, answering some questions over on the concourse last week, playing some cornhole, a bunch of games set up, a nice day on Sunday, and then a week of practice for these guys, and it was a nice hot week for them.
It was.
Here in the first state, and now here we are on game day in front of a beautiful crowd here at Tubby Raymond Field. So out of the timeout, 1st and 10 from the 20 for the Gold team.
Tiberi back at quarterback.
A running back to either side, looking for somebody to go in motion. Calls for Priestley. Priestley from left to right. And a broken play once again, so the timeout didn't seem to help there on that opener.
That's another timeout.
And a false start this time around.
Looks like they were getting ready to go a little razzle-dazzle.
So that penalty going to back them up on first down from 1st and 10 to 1st and 15 as the ball goes to the 15. So they'll have to huddle it up and get the play call one more time.
1st and 15 this time, so we're going to push it back. And they only have 10 seconds on the play clock.
And Tiberi's running. Oh, no, we have a change. Actually going to head off the field. We might have to see another timeout or a penalty coming. They're not going to get this play off.
They got it off.
And they do. How about that? Tiberi says, what do you know, Nick Alessandrini? And he hands it over to Tracy Johnson, who picks up about a yard on first down.
So now this time Gold's starting to shoot themselves in the foot. Now they're looking at a 2nd and 13. Not what they're really built for. Which not the package they brought in. I mean, they do have the athletes to do it, but so far all we've seen is the Gold run game.
Almost double-digit carries for Tracy Johnson here in the first half. Priestley, Horsey to the top of the screen. And now Tiberi going to look across the middle. That ball's intercepted. Cole Fanese picks it off at the 25. Fanese looking for some blocks, gets inside the 15 and is hammered at the 12. And an interception for Tiberi and the blue defense with a turnover here in the second quarter, already with a 14-0 lead.
And that was big Chi Yule out of Smyrna with the tackle in the open field, the down lineman.
Was looking for his teammate across the middle on the quick slant. I believe it was Westcott or Ashley here as the lone receiver. It was a quick drop and a quick hitter on the slant.
Well, Fanese got bunnies. He got up and took that ball out of the air.
He's an athlete, that's for sure. And now the blue team set up inside the red zone, inside the 15. Ball is placed at the 13-yard line. 1st and 10. 6:57 to go in the half. Matthews in the gun. And the talented Rayshawn Lamont sitting to his left. Here's the snap. Matthews looking, dropping, hits Lamont in the flat. Lamont has a hole, has an opening in the middle of the field, and Rayshawn Lamont falls into the end zone as flags fly. And then another flag flying late here. And now we'll unpack and digest all this down on the field.
That was the confirmation flag over the first 3. That was, you guys are right. I was there.
So as it stands, it would have been a 13-yard touchdown from Matthews to Lamont. Would have been the second touchdown of the game for Rayshawn. He scored on the last drive on a 5-yard carry. And I believe this is going to be a hold that's going to back the blue team up. So that'll negate the touchdown pass from Matthews to Lamont. And it'll be 1st and 15 from the 18.
And all 3 state champion teams are represented on the blue squad this year. So
That's right.
Slasianum, Carabao, and Tatnall.
So that'll back them up, excuse me, to the 18-yard line. They can get a first down at around the 3. So they'll spread it out here. Hamlin, the slot receiver, to the top of the screen. Johnson to the bottom. Jordan Miller in the slot to the left as they go double slot here. Matthews looking, firing to the end zone. That's a one-handed catch. It's hauled in by Jamal Johnson.
He's going to say he was out of bounds.
Oh, my goodness, they'll wave it off. How could you do that, official? Official. It's an all-star game, and not only that, he was in. Jamal Johnson, one-hand snag for a would-be touchdown. They're going to call it incomplete on the field. It hurts to even have those words come out of my voice.
Matthews went down to the end zone, and he came back shaking his head, no way, no way.
He looked in from where I was sitting. Of course, you all at home can go back and check it out. But what a throw. Would have been the Howard connection for a touchdown. But no cigar there. Matthews has looked really good here so far in this football game.
So we got here like a 2nd and 15-ish.
And it should be the play clock has expired. I don't know if they didn't reset it. They'll reset it now. So 2 backs, 1 to either side here after the incompletion for Matthews. Looking to hand it off to B.J. Aline up the middle, and he's wrapped up quickly. A great push up front by that goal defensive line. See who gets out of the bottom of the pile.
It's Custis. Kyle Custis, the Golden Knight.
6'2", 221 stands Custis. And he made first contact in the backfield. So now 3rd and 16 for the Blue Squad. And their first sort of adversity here in the first half.
You know, they really have not put feet around Matthews yet today. Maybe one. Custis got a little bit of pressure one time, and he dumped it off. But they've just not. We're going to go to that 6-minute break. They have just not been able to get feet around Rashawn Lamont.
6-minute break. We'll take a quick one. When we come back, it'll be 5:57 to go. 14-0 Blue Team driving again, still inside the red zone. 3rd and long when we come back.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer, president of Sodell Concepts, the best restaurant group in the state, and we're inviting you to come join our team. Sodell Concepts is a growing hospitality company with 16 restaurants and a variety of other hospitality businesses, all located in beautiful southern Delaware. We have recently added many departments to our executive leadership team, including a training department, a property development department, and a construction department. We invite you to come live at the beach and work with a growing restaurant group with many opportunities to advance your career. Sodell Concepts Restaurant Group, come check us out. Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Sodell Concepts. Today we're at Blue Coast Seafood Grill and Raw Bar in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware. Come check us out. Located in the Rehoboth Gateway, Blue Coast features indoor and outdoor dining and serves beautiful, simple food that highlights the flavors of southern Delaware. With chef-inspired daily specials, an award-winning wine list, and an extensive list of craft cocktails and local beer, Blue Coast is the perfect spot for a night out. Blue Coast Seafood Grill in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware, open 7 days a week year-round for lunch and dinner. See you soon. Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Sodell Concepts. Today we're at Blue Coast Seafood Grill and Raw Bar in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware.
3rd and long here for the blue team. Can still get a first down inside the 3. We'll call it 3rd and 16 for Matthews. Out of the gun. Firing across the middle. Has a man, and that one is jarred loose. And what a hit on the back end, Benny. You said it.
Ja'Kai Tillman out of Dover went and just separated him from the ball.
That was in his hands, and the hit, as Benny broke down for you, jarred the ball loose. Another good ball from R.J. Matthews across the middle. But a heck of a play on the defensive end is going to bring up 4th down.
Watched him do that a couple times this year for Dover. The closing speed of Ja'Kai Tillman. You just saw it there. Something we get to see all year long.
Tillman 5'10", 170, a 3.7 GPA for the young man from Dover, a second-team All-State defensive back, and you saw it on that play. So here comes Fenice, a chance to score on the turnover that he forced. So looking at about a 36-yard field goal. Fenice, it's up and through. And he's got a heck of a leg, does the All-Stater. He boots that one through for 3. And now a 17-0 lead for the blue team over the gold here at Delaware Stadium. 36-yarder for Cole Fenice, and that'll lead us into a break. We'll take a short one. Kickoff coming up in about 30 seconds here from Delaware Stadium. We'll be right back on Delaware Live Sports.
The things that matter most happen right in our own backyard. Our neighbors, our schools, the places we go, and the people we know. And now there's one news outlet where our story is told. Delaware Live. Locally owned, community-based news. Free to every reader, because Delaware's future belongs to all of us. Quality journalism we can trust to help us take on the day. Delaware Live. Our state, our news.
And welcome back live inside Delaware Live Sports. A field goal good from 36 yards out for Archmere's Cole Fenice as he's set to do the honors here. He'll boot it away. 17-0 lead for the blue team. That one not returnable. And now the gold team offense we'll see back out onto the field. Betty, how do they get something going?
Well, first of all, lucky for us, Jason Winslow had us on task because I was getting a drink. You were watching the non-touchdown play, and Fenice was running to the ball. So thanks to Jason keeping us on task here.
Best in the business.
Gold has to loosen up, and they have to loosen up that blue defense. They're going to have to throw the ball, even if it's short. Although the last time they threw the ball, it got picked, and luckily for them, it ended up in the field goal.
So we'll see if it's Tyndall. It should be. They've been alternating series. So we'll see if it's Tyndall this time around for the gold team. Ball at the 20 as they trail 17-0. It will be Tyndall here to start things. Horsey now in the backfield. To the right with Johnson from Woodbridge on the left.
Horsey is a lot like Tracy Johnson. Not as much as the run you over, but the run by you.
And they'll give it to him. He's met in the backfield. And once again, a good push up front.
So you saw a little bit of fake there with Tyndall and Johnson. Like I said, Tyndall runs the veer. Don't be surprised if we don't see some option while he's on the field.
A tackle made by Ian Smith from Caravel, the defensive end. Also a long snapper here tonight. 6'2", 240 does Ian Smith. Of course, one of those Caravel Buccaneer state champs down on the field today. So it's going to be trips to the left here as we have a motion in a false start or an offside.
So it's going to be a false start
on one against Gold. So the Gold racking up some penalties here in the opening half. 5:06 remaining, 17-0 blue on front here early in our blue-gold all-star game.
So far it's been, like I said, the three state championship teams came out they're on the blue rosters, and they're setting the tone right now.
Backfield the same. Johnson to the left and Horsey to the right. This time Tyndall to throw. Goes out wide. Has his man Jalen Anderson, who was brought down quickly. And guess who? Cole Fenice in on the tackle.
Yeah, I think he may have even touched his knee on the catch. I don't know. It didn't matter because he didn't get a step after that. They were there. They closed in. Fenice was there in no time.
Picked up about 3. So the 5 on the false start. They get 3 back on the completion to Jalen Anderson from Polytech. And now another 3rd and long for the Gold team.
Again, they're just not. What they brought, the package they brought, is not built for this.
Let's see what coach has the call here. Anderson to the bottom of the screen. Priestley and Ashley to the top. Tyndall will look to throw. It's Priestley on the wheel route. Can he get it to him? He's covered well. The throw down the sideline, and Priestley has to end up playing defensive back
we're gonna get hands
as
on
he
somebody.
breaks it up. And you're right, Benny, a flag on the play.
I thought it was pretty well defended.
I agree. I thought it was. I believe P.J. Blessington from Archmere was following Priestley on the out and up. And we'll wait to see the call here. So Blessington was in coverage on Priestley. Just watch the replay, Ben. He didn't look like anything on our end.
I thought he did a good job of staying in the hip pocket, and he had his head turned. And so I was going to say, somebody had hands on him, so maybe, yeah.
And again, Priestley turned into a defensive back once he realized that ball was heading into the hands of P.J. Blessington. And now he'll get called for the offensive pass interference, so a tough call either way there. But that's going to back up the Gold team even further. Or it looks like they'll decline the penalty.
Right, and force the punt.
So the punt team will come back out for the goal, and now the blue team will have it with about 4 minutes to go here in the half. Plenty of time to score the way this blue offense has been rolling here in the first.
Well, they've scored the first one in very little bit of time, so blue has been on a roll. They've dominated and controlled this entire game.
And this one off the side of the foot from Tiberi. I don't know if a fair catch was called for. It
so.
wasn't. And then able to break a tackle for the moment was Andrew McKenzie.
It was Westcott and Custis down there on the tackle.
So we'll switch sides now as the blue offense will come back on. They're going to start this drive from just inside or just outside the 45 at the 46-yard line. So they will start in pretty good field position in goal territory, and they'll have under 4 minutes to work with.
Let's see what they come out with quarterback-wise. And it's going to be Matthews again.
So it's been Matthews for the entire first half now, of course, with his father, Rayson Matthews Sr., calling the plays here for the offense as they'll come back out here on 1st and 10. A lean to the right side of Matthews. And now Miller in motion. Fake the jet sweep to Miller, come back with a lean the other direction. A little hole for B.J. Aline, a stutter step, breaking a few tackles, and then gets inside the 40.
Blue player's helmet rolls 20 yards down the field. Yeah, we saw in the championship game, B.J. Aline started about the second quarter, midway through the second quarter, started to get hot, took over the game. I think ended with 3 touchdowns in the championship game, and he just took it over, and there it is. Boomer out the back, getting a 7-yard run, getting them into the game.
And now 2nd and short after the big carry from Aline, and that's right announced after the season as your Gatorade Player of the Year. So clock running, approaching the 3-minute mark. 2nd and about 3 for Matthews, and the offense going to spread it out here. They'll empty it. Matthews, pump fakes. Here comes the pressure. Matthews showing off the legs. Now has a receiver across the middle was Johnson.
Westcott.
And it was intercepted. So you said it, Benny. It was Matthews looking for his go-to guy from Howard, Jamal Johnson. It was another pretty ball, but broken up and then picked off by Westcott on the tip drill.
Westcott just staying right in his hip pocket, following him down the field, and when he couldn't corral it in, it pops up high in the air, and Westcott's right there to make the play. Great reaction, and gets out to about the 15, 16-yard line. Great play by the Vikings, Lexton Westcott.
Gold team needed that one.
Yes, they did. They needed some excitement. They haven't had any.
That's right. The blue team's been celebrating, doing some touchdown celebrations, field goal celebrations, and now the gold team a chance to build some momentum here. 2:48 to go in the first half, trailing 17-0. Points here would go a long way before the two teams head into the locker room. It will be, I believe, Tiberi set to lead the offense out. Double slot formation with a running back to his left. Takes the snap. It'll hand it off.
It's Limehouse on the carry.
He'll pick up a few.
Yeah, the Westcotts come to this stadium and make big plays. Remember the year that they all wore Troy Haynes' jersey for a quarter, and Gabe Westcott makes the one-handed diving catch down here in the corner of the end zone. That's what they bring to the show.
Had a chance again. One of my first games I called years ago on the radio was Gabe Westcott had a heck of a game. And now Lexton Westcott here years later making a big play for the gold team. Tiberi now will throw on 2nd down, looking to the flat. Has his man who makes the catch as he's pushed out of bounds. That's Trayvon Paulson.
Close. He's going to be a little short. It's like, yep, Lexton, the last of the Fab Five. Mom, Sharon Westcott, as she names her sons, the Fab Five.
There you go. All right, quite the family of athletes. And you're trying to think of some of those other families there that have been like that here in the state of Delaware, a few.
Well, the Dooley family.
Yeah, there you go. Another good one. Even the Alines, BJ, a part of those Aline brothers and family that have been so good here.
Readers.
That's right. That's another good one. Will and Wayne Knight.
Mm-hmm. And then there's a third night.
That's right. Ymir. That's right. And again, 5 with the Westcotts. That's tough. That's going to be tough to beat. And now a whistle here before the play on 3rd and short. Clock stop now at 2:09.
Yeah, Coach
It's
Dooley.
going to be a timeout here for the goal. That should be their third and final
So
timeout.
that's not even a stomp on the field. He's just going to get things fixed up. Yeah.
So still 2:09 to go in the opening half. You're listening and watching, of course, here on Delaware Live Sports. Appreciate everyone tuning in on your Friday evening. If you're unable to make it out here into the scorching heat in Newark, you got the windows closed up here in the press box atop Delaware Stadium.
Marvin Dooley won a state title, head coach at William Penn 2014 here in the stadium.
And, of course, was here a few years ago.
He's been around William
with
Penn,
Woodbridge, right?
Christiana, Avon Grove up in Pennsylvania, and now at Woodbridge.
And again, some of those, roster sizes, et cetera, at Woodbridge, that Marvin Dooley has done such a great job with. And he's had some hard-nosed teams and some talented teams, but the number's not always there, as some teams have been dealing with here the last few years. But still able to find success. And now here's the snap on third down and short. They get it out into the flat, making a defender miss, and trying to get upfield to that marker. I think he got there.
That's Montgomery from St. George's getting the first down. Again, like I said,
this time catching it.
Spread it out, short passes, get the ball down the field, and make something happen.
And get your playmakers in some open space. We saw that with Rayshawn Lamons and Miller and those guys on the blue team. You give those guys just a little bit of green grass.
Right.
And good things will happen. So they do pick up first down yardage. Now 1st and 10 inside the 30 at around the 27.
Clock is ticking. I think Blue or Gold Mariners may have one more timeout.
If that. The snap to Tiberi out of the gun, looking for the slant across the middle, has his man. Believe that was Anderson on the quick slant.
From Polytech.
So he'll pick up about 4. Make it 5.
Polytech had their best season in school history this year. A Votech school out of central Kent County.
Anderson, 6'1", 170, wide receiver and defensive back for Polytech this year. So clock keeps running, as Benny mentioned, 1:09 and ticking. After the gain of 5, it's 2nd and 5.
Tiberi going to tuck it in.
Pump fake's going to have to try to make something happen. He's wrapped up, picks up a few, maybe 3 or 4. That'll set up 3rd and very short as we tick down now under a minute. Gold team, if they want to put some points up, going to have to pick it up here, pick up the pace.
Blue right now playing a soft defense with the linebackers, and we're going to give you a little bit. We're going to give you the 4 or 5, but you're not getting downfield short time.
So first down could be irrelevant here. 3rd and about 2. Almost 35 seconds to play. Same formation. They'll go slot to the right, 2 backs in the backfield with Tiberi. Pressure from the backside, gets rid of it, has Ashley inside the 50. So a big play, one of the better offensive plays for the Gold team tonight. And now it's a first down into Blue territory for, I believe, the first time.
Nick, great play on both ends of that ball. Tiberi with the patience and the staying in the pocket, and then Ashley cutting in and making that sliding catch.
There's that Smyrna connection. Those two guys know each other well. And then a spike there for Tiberi, and the offense will stop the clock at 28 seconds.
So we're seeing more.
And I thought they were going to maybe let the false start go and give them the clock. It looks like maybe they did throw a flag, as the Gold team wasn't particularly set on the spike. And let's see.
And now they're going to say no flag.
Oh, and they'll let it go. So 28 seconds to work with now as the Gold team into Blue territory. As Tiberi starting to get that arm loose here. The couple completions on the drive.
And we're seeing more of the one back now with Horsey and Johnson on the sideline. So we're going to see a little more of the passing game of Smyrna, of the goal with the 2 Smyrna, the quarterback and the receiver.
Tiberi drops back. Ashley across the middle, looking down for Priestley on the sideline. A nice throw over the top of the defense, and Priestley hauls it in.
Nick,
and
nice
falls out of
job
bounds.
settling in, waiting for the ball, not being impatient, making the catch, and then sitting out of bounds.
Seeing some rhythm at the Gold offense for the first time here in the first half.
Again, that was our Harvest Bowl connection there.
That's right.
The 2 big rivals in Kenton at the Kenton-Newcastle County line.
And I'm sure we've seen that connection before in past years maybe, but
right.
It's just a little different when you see it up close in person, right? If you're those guys, you're thinking you never catch a pass from a Smyrna Eagle.
That's right. Or you throw it down, throw it back.
That's like they do in Citizens Bank Park when you hit a home run.
Throw it back.
Now deeper into Gold territory at the 33. Tiberi once again looking to throw. Out of the pocket goes Tiberi. Going to have to tuck it and run now.
Oh,
How about the juke move? Ball is jarred loose, though, on the hit on the far sideline. And the blue team recovers it. Getting up with the football that time was Dominic Antonelli from Brandywine. Not sure who caused it, but the blue team with a big turnover when the gold team finally had a little rhythm offensively.
Well, there was only 8 seconds when the hit was made. Ty Berry did a good job. Great composure in the pocket. Felt the pressure come. Took off to the left. The only problem was he ran right into a defender, and there was only 8 seconds. He had to make a decision. He couldn't slide because I'm not sure if they have any more timeouts left.
I don't think they do, and Antonelli was the one who caused the fumble and recovered it. So it's Dominic Antonelli from Brandywine shutting down this drive here to close out the first half for the gold team, and the offense will have 8 seconds to play with, and I have a feeling they might go for 6.
Why not? That's how you started the game.
Trips to the bottom of the screen. Hunter Balint will now go, Stephen Clark will go across the field. So it'll be trips to the bottom of the screen, and then Balint, the lone man, to the top. Miller in motion. Now double slot for Matthews. Pressure. Matthews out of the pocket. And how about the speed chasing down R.J. Matthews? My goodness.
Kyle Custis, Sussex Central.
And how about that? Those two guys
chased him all the way to the bench.
Christopher Jameson from Caesar Rodney, and then, of course, Custis from Sussex Central. How about the speed at that size from that defensive line up front? And that'll take us to the end of the first half, and the blue team with a 17-0 lead. Some big plays offensively from Matthews to Hamlin. Lamons has gotten into the end zone, and a 17-0 lead as the blue fence also taking care of business. The blue defense taking care of business. Benny, what stood out to you there in that first half of football?
I just think the athleticism of the blue. They came out, spread out, razzle dazzle, stretching the gold out, and I think you're going to see the gold. Maybe late third quarter. Let's see if they still have the legs, because they have had to chase the blue players all over the field. And like I said, when whatever package the blue puts out there, there's a bunch of athletes in that backfield.
They have been striking early and often. 17-0 blue over the gold in your 68th annual DFRC Blue Gold All-Star Football Game. We're going to take a break at the half. We'll be back with third quarter action right here on Delaware Live Sports.
First State Orthopedic statewide has 29 physicians at 16 locations. Our physicians and staff provide both non-surgical as well as surgical treatment for almost all orthopedic conditions and injuries. We are specially trained in the current state-of-the-art techniques. We serve as team physician and orthopedic consultant for over 20 high schools, Wilmington University, and many local recreational and competitive leagues. Our doctors are readily available to the local emergency departments as well as medical aid units and urgent care centers for consultation and treatment. Call for an appointment today or visit us at firststateortho.com. First State Orthopedic statewide has 29 physicians at 16 locations. Our physicians and staff provide both non-surgical as well as surgical treatment for almost all orthopedic conditions and injuries. We are specially trained in the current state-of-the-art techniques. We serve as team physician and orthopedic consultant for over 20 high schools, Wilmington University, and many local recreational and competitive leagues. Our doctors are readily available to the local emergency departments as well as medical aid units and urgent care centers for consultation and treatment. Call for an appointment today or visit us at firststateortho.com. First State Orthopedic statewide has 29 physicians at 16 locations. Our physicians and staff provide both non-surgical as well as surgical treatment for almost all orthopedic conditions and injuries. We are specially trained in the current state-of-the-art techniques. We serve as team physician and orthopedic consultant for over 20 high schools, Wilmington University, and many local recreational and competitive leagues. Our doctors are readily available to the local emergency departments as well as medical aid units and urgent care centers for consultation and treatment. Call for an appointment today or visit us at firststateortho.com. First State Orthopedic statewide has 29 physicians at 16 locations. Our physicians and staff provide both non-surgical as well as surgical treatment for almost all orthopedic conditions and injuries. We are specially trained in the current state-of-the-art techniques. We serve as team physician and orthopedic consultant for over 20 high schools, Wilmington University, and many local recreational and competitive leagues. Our doctors are readily available to the local emergency departments as well as medical aid units and urgent care centers for consultation and treatment. Call for an appointment today or visit us at firststateortho.com. First State Orthopedic statewide has 29 physicians at 16 locations. Our physicians and staff provide both non-surgical as well as surgical treatment for almost all orthopedic conditions and injuries. We are specially trained in the current state-of-the-art techniques. We serve as team physician and orthopedic consultant for over 20 high schools, Wilmington University, and many local recreational and competitive leagues. Our doctors are readily available to the local emergency departments as well as medical aid units and urgent care centers for consultation and treatment. Call for an appointment today or visit us at firststateortho.com. First State Orthopedic statewide has 29 physicians at 16 locations. Our physicians and staff provide both non-surgical as well as surgical treatment for almost all orthopedic conditions and injuries. We are specially trained in the current state-of-the-art techniques. We serve as team physician and orthopedic consultant for over 20 high schools, Wilmington University, and many local recreational and competitive leagues. Our doctors are readily available to the local emergency departments as well as medical aid units and urgent care centers for consultation and treatment. Call for an appointment today or visit us at firststateortho.com. First State Orthopedic statewide has 29 physicians at 16 locations. Our physicians and staff provide both non-surgical as well as surgical treatment for almost all orthopedic conditions and injuries. We are specially trained in the current state-of-the-art techniques. We serve as team physician and orthopedic consultant for over 20 high schools, Wilmington University, and many local recreational and competitive leagues. Our doctors are readily available to the local emergency departments as well as medical aid units and urgent care centers for consultation and treatment. Call for an appointment today or visit us at firststateortho.com. First State Orthopedic statewide has 29 physicians at 16 locations. Our physicians and staff provide both non-surgical as well as surgical treatment for almost all orthopedic conditions and injuries. We are specially trained in the current state-of-the-art techniques. We serve as team physician and orthopedic consultant for over 20 high schools, Wilmington University, and many local recreational and competitive leagues. Our doctors are readily available to the local emergency departments as well as medical aid units and urgent care centers for consultation and treatment. Call for an appointment today or visit us at firststateortho.com. First State Orthopedic statewide has 29 physicians at 16 locations. Our physicians and staff provide both non-surgical as well as surgical treatment for almost all orthopedic conditions and injuries. We are specially trained in the current state-of-the-art techniques. We serve as team physician and orthopedic consultant for over 20 high schools, Wilmington University, and many local recreational and competitive leagues. Our doctors are readily available to the local emergency departments as well as medical aid units and urgent care centers for consultation and treatment. Call for an appointment today or visit us at firststateortho.com. First State Orthopedic statewide has 29 physicians at 16 locations. Our physicians and staff provide both non-surgical as well as surgical treatment for almost all orthopedic conditions and injuries. We are specially trained in the current state-of-the-art techniques. We serve as team physician and orthopedic consultant for over 20 high schools, Wilmington University, and many local recreational and competitive leagues. Our doctors are readily available to the local emergency departments as well as medical aid units and urgent care centers for consultation and treatment. Call for an appointment today or visit us at firststateortho.com. First State Orthopedic statewide has 29 physicians at 16 locations. Our physicians and staff provide both non-surgical as well as surgical treatment for almost all orthopedic conditions and injuries. We are specially trained in the current state-of-the-art techniques. We serve as team physician and orthopedic consultant for over 20 high schools, Wilmington University, and many local recreational and competitive leagues. Our doctors are readily available to the local emergency departments as well as medical aid units and urgent care centers for consultation and treatment. Call for an appointment today or visit us at firststateortho.com. First State Orthopedic statewide has 29 physicians at 16 locations. Our physicians and staff provide both non-surgical as well as surgical treatment for almost all orthopedic conditions and injuries. We are specially trained in the current state-of-the-art techniques. We serve as team physician and orthopedic consultant for over 20 high schools, Wilmington University, and many local recreational and competitive leagues. Our doctors are readily available to the local emergency departments as well as medical aid units and urgent care centers for consultation and treatment. Call for an appointment today or visit us at firststateortho.com.
I'm Scott Kammerer, president of Sodell Concepts, the best restaurant group in the state, and we're inviting you to come join our team. Sodell Concepts is a growing hospitality company with 16 restaurants and a variety of other hospitality businesses, all located in beautiful southern Delaware. We have recently added many departments to our executive leadership team, including a training department, a property development department, and a construction department. We invite you to come live at the beach and work with a growing restaurant group with many opportunities to advance your career. Sodell Concepts Restaurant Group, come check us out. Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer, president of Sodell Concepts, the best restaurant group in the state, and we're inviting you to come join our team. Sodell Concepts is a growing hospitality company with 16 restaurants and a variety of other hospitality businesses, all located in beautiful southern Delaware. We have recently added many departments to our executive leadership team, including a training department, a property development department, and a construction department. We invite you to come live at the beach and work with a growing restaurant group with many opportunities to advance your career. Sodell Concepts Restaurant Group, come check us out. Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer, president of Sodell Concepts, the best restaurant group in the state, and we're inviting you to come join our team. Sodell Concepts is a growing hospitality company with 16 restaurants and a variety of other hospitality businesses, all located in beautiful southern Delaware. We have recently added many departments to our executive leadership team, including a training department, a property development department, and a construction department. We invite you to come live at the beach and work with a growing restaurant group with many opportunities to advance your career. Sodell Concepts Restaurant Group, come check us out. Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer, president of Sodell Concepts, the best restaurant group in the state, and we're inviting you to come join our team. Sodell Concepts is a growing hospitality company with 16 restaurants and a variety of other hospitality businesses, all located in beautiful southern Delaware. We have recently added many departments to our executive leadership team, including a training department, a property development department, and a construction department. We invite you to come live at the beach and work with a growing restaurant group with many opportunities to advance your career. Sodell Concepts Restaurant Group, come check us out. Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer, president of Sodell Concepts, the best restaurant group in the state, and we're inviting you to come join our team. Sodell Concepts is a growing hospitality company with 16 restaurants and a variety of other hospitality businesses, all located in beautiful southern Delaware. We have recently added many departments to our executive leadership team, including a training department, a property development department, and a construction department. We invite you to come live at the beach and work with a growing restaurant group with many opportunities to advance your career. Sodell Concepts Restaurant Group, come check us out. Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer, president of Sodell Concepts, the best restaurant group in the state, and we're inviting you to come join our team. Sodell Concepts is a growing hospitality company with 16 restaurants and a variety of other hospitality businesses, all located in beautiful southern Delaware. We have recently added many departments to our executive leadership team, including a training department, a property development department, and a construction department. We invite you to come live at the beach and work with a growing restaurant group with many opportunities to advance your career. Sodell Concepts Restaurant Group, come check us out. Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer, president of Sodell Concepts, the best restaurant group in the state, and we're inviting you to come join our team. Sodell Concepts is a growing hospitality company with 16 restaurants and a variety of other hospitality businesses, all located in beautiful southern Delaware. We have recently added many departments to our executive leadership team, including a training department, a property development department, and a construction department. We invite you to come live at the beach and work with a growing restaurant group with many opportunities to advance your career. Sodell Concepts Restaurant Group, come check us out. Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer, president of Sodell Concepts, the best restaurant group in the state, and we're inviting you to come join our team. Sodell Concepts is a growing hospitality company with 16 restaurants and a variety of other hospitality businesses, all located in beautiful southern Delaware. We have recently added many departments to our executive leadership team, including a training department, a property development department, and a construction department. We invite you to come live at the beach and work with a growing restaurant group with many opportunities to advance your career. Sodell Concepts Restaurant Group, come check us out. Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer, president of Sodell Concepts, the best restaurant group in the state, and we're inviting you to come join our team. Sodell Concepts is a growing hospitality company with 16 restaurants and a variety of other hospitality businesses, all located in beautiful southern Delaware. We have recently added many departments to our executive leadership team, including a training department, a property development department, and a construction department. We invite you to come live at the beach and work with a growing restaurant group with many opportunities to advance your career. Sodell Concepts Restaurant Group, come check us out. Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer, president of Sodell Concepts, the best restaurant group in the state, and we're inviting you to come join our team. Sodell Concepts is a growing hospitality company with 16 restaurants and a variety of other hospitality businesses, all located in beautiful southern Delaware. We have recently added many departments to our executive leadership team, including a training department, a property development department, and a construction department. We invite you to come live at the beach and work with a growing restaurant group with many opportunities to advance your career. Sodell Concepts Restaurant Group, come check us out. Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer, president of Sodell Concepts, the best restaurant group in the state, and we're inviting you to come join our team. Sodell Concepts is a growing hospitality company with 16 restaurants and a variety of other hospitality businesses, all located in beautiful southern Delaware. We have recently added many departments to our executive leadership team, including a training department, a property development department, and a construction department. We invite you to come live at the beach and work with a growing restaurant group with many opportunities to advance your career. Sodell Concepts Restaurant Group, come check us out. Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer, president of Sodell Concepts, the best restaurant group in the state, and we're inviting you to come join our team. Sodell Concepts is a growing hospitality company with 16 restaurants and a variety of other hospitality businesses, all located in beautiful southern Delaware. We have recently added many departments to our executive leadership team, including a training department, a property development department, and a construction department. We invite you to come live at the beach and work with a growing restaurant group with many opportunities to advance your career. Sodell Concepts Restaurant Group, come check us out. Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer, president of Sodell Concepts, the best restaurant group in the state, and we're inviting you to come join our team. Sodell Concepts is a growing hospitality company with 16 restaurants and a variety of other hospitality businesses, all located in beautiful southern Delaware. We have recently added many departments to our executive leadership team, including a training department, a property development department, and a construction department. We invite you to come live at the beach and work with a growing restaurant group with many opportunities to advance your career. Sodell Concepts Restaurant Group, come check us out. Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer, president of Sodell Concepts, the best restaurant group in the state, and we're inviting you to come join our team. Sodell Concepts.
And welcome back inside Delaware Live Sports, live from Tubby Raymond Field at Delaware Stadium for the 68th annual DFRC Blue Gold All-Star Football Game. Welcome up in the press box, Nick Allison Jr. alongside my partner Benny Mitchell, Nick Halliday, and our producer Jason Winchell. Benny, it was a fun first half, especially for the blue team. They got the scoring started early.
Blue had fun. I mean, the gold came right out. They set to their run game, and they took off, 6 minutes off the clock. We got to the first weather break, and then they punted, and then, boom, first play of the game, the Blue breaks a record on the 92-yard touchdown pass and go over it. It was
a trick play. It started with Rayshawn Lamons from Tatnall, who gave it back to R.J. Matthews, the quarterback from Howard, who found Trey Hamlin from Caravel deep for a 92-yard touchdown that opened up the scoring in the game. It was the Howard to Tatnall to Howard to Caravel connection. And, not also to mention those three guys, all staters this last season.
With Sweet Georgia Brown playing in the background.
It was a phenomenal way to open up the offense.
Then in the second quarter, Rashawn Lamons, the 5-yard touchdown run, and he just ran away from people on that sweep with 8:14 to play in the half. And then Miller with the big run after the penalty, and they go up 14-0. And then Cole Finese with the interception just as the goal's trying to get some things going. Cole Finese gets up in the air, makes the interception, and then finishes off after some penalties and some good defensive plays by the Gold. He kicks the 36-yard field goal with 5:45 to play in the half to make it 17-0.
Cole Finese doing the defense and the offensive part there, as Benny mentioned, forcing the turnover and then capping off the drive with 3 points from 36 yards out. That was the last scoring drive of the first half. And as Benny said, 17-0 as we are awaiting the start of half number 2. And Benny mentioned the blue team, a record-breaking touchdown to start the game. And Benny, I believe you said you played with the guy that had the original record.
Rodney Workman, Sussex Central High School. That record stood 42 years. It was 88 yards to him, to Benson from Lake Forest.
Were you there?
I was not there. I did not play.
I say you'd have been present for both of those.
Could have been, but I was beach bumming at the time, so as I still do.
Is that the plan for the weekend?
Up here with my sandals on.
A nice little trek for you back here.
Wasn't too bad, but I hope that backup I saw on the way up is not on the way home, because otherwise I might just pull over at the rest stop and go to sleep there tonight.
I'm hoping to get down there. I know you don't want us Northerners making the trip. I'm hoping to get down there soon.
It's okay if you come every once in a while. We don't need you all down there at the same time. That's the thing. I think last week we had everybody down there.
It's been a hot couple of weeks as well. Going to be 95 here over the weekend, but these guys still playing with all these pads on, getting the game in here tonight. Again, it felt like 95 down on the field during kickoff. It's cooled down just a bit here as we progress into the night.
Felt a little hotter now walking across that paved parking lot, too.
That's right. A nice crowd, too, Benny, here on hand.
Yeah, there's the home side here, yeah. I don't know if there's any Gold folks mixed in there, because this is the side with the back seats. Is there plans for that on the far side, or is that going to be a part of the move up to FBS?
Sure. I know they originally talked about the expansion, need to have a certain amount of seats. I don't think you have to do the bowl around. You used to have to bowl around the stadium. Don't think you have to do that anymore, but they will have to, I believe, add some seating in here, making the jump to the FBS not next year, but the year following. It just announced they'll be heading to Nashville in 2026 to take on Vanderbilt, a little SEC matchup.
I'll tell you what, the most. I'm not on the pro side of it, but I'll start with that. But I do like the fact, I like the energy of the first game in FBS, bringing in Sam Houston State and KC Keeler.
That's one that's circled on the calendar. I'm sure Coach Carty was the offensive coordinator for KC at Sam Houston State when they won the national championship a few years ago.
And KC Keeler was the last one to win a championship here at the University of Delaware.
That's going to be a fun one. We are back, and we are underway with the second half. It'll be the blue team to start things here on the kickoff return. Looking for somewhere to go and wrapped up in a nice open field tackle Out there, out by the gold team is the Smyrna Eagle.
That's number 23, Josh Devenish of Early College.
Excuse me, not wearing similar
Down-
helmets.
down in
And
Dover.
speaking of Joshua Devenish, he is the first player ever from Early College at DSU to play in the Blue-Gold All-Star football game. So you're making history and breaking some barriers there for Joshua Devenish. Congratulations to him and Early College for having their first performer here.
And somewhere we should have a first state military, maybe their second year of
That's right.
playing. And they made the semifinals in the single A this year.
R.J. Matthews to start once again at quarterback here in the third. He'll look to throw on first down, and he's going to take a shot deep. Looking down the sideline, Trey Hamlin, and he's got it. Hamlin at the 30. He's going to walk into the end zone, and it took just one play again. Here for the blue team, Matthews to Hamlin for their second big touchdown today.
68 yards.
Wow.
So just in touchdown passes alone, he's got like 170 yards.
So that ball was snapped at the 22. That is a 78-yard touchdown. Once again, Matthews to Hamlin. Hamlin, of course, the first-team All-Stater from Caravel. He capped his season off with a state title. And now two big touchdowns here, courtesy of R.J. Matthews. And this blue team is slinging the ball around the yard tonight.
R.J. Matthews just having some fun out there.
Offensive line has done a great job for the blue team here today, giving R.J. a lot of time to find these receivers, and he has found them. Snap, hold are good. The kick is up, and no good. I believe wide right, something you don't see out of Cole Fenice, but he's got to pick in a field goal anyway to go along with a heck of a day for number 43 in blue.
23-0.
11:39 to go. Here in the third quarter. So, Benny, it's been all blue team so far today.
All blue team. I told you, there's so many athletes that it's like catching cats out there for the goal. I mean, they spread out and let it rip. So Hamlin just breaks the receipt. 2 records broken here tonight.
By Hamlin.
Right.
Having himself a heck of a game is Trey Hamlin from Caravel.
Just in touchdown passes, he has, 116, and just in touchdown passes.
I'll tell you, what a performance, and R.J. Matthews has had some phenomenal balls here tonight. The second one to Matthews. He would have had another touchdown pass, but they called Jamal Johnson out of bounds on the one-handed snag. So now Fenice will have the honors of booting it away.
If that may not be right, Nick. The record for receiving is 202 yards.
He must have had another catch, potentially, I guess. So the kick is up, and this one is going to be returned at the 10-yard line. Some steam ahead and a good return for the gold team.
So that record goes back to 1969. Gary Heyman out of Newark, 202 yards.
Wow. 33, Quincy Risper on the return. And now the gold offense going to head back out there, and after another touchdown pass and a touchdown drive from the blue team, we'll see how they respond. So out of the gun go the gold team to start their drive. Tyndall at quarterback. They'll pitch it to Tracy Johnson. Johnson hit, avoiding a tackle. Was able to break the tackle that time with Bryce McKinnon, but wasn't able to get away from Rike Jenkins from Hodson, who has been all over the field tonight.
You're going to pick up 3 on the play.
So second and about 7. So second and 7 coming up here for the gold team after the 3-yard carry from Tracy Johnston. Snap, another handoff right back up the middle they go. It's Johnson once again, and he's going to be about a yard short. So 2 carries gets up to 3rd and short for the gold team.
Johnson again, he finds that hole, gets skinny, and you saw how he kind of darted to get the extra yard or 2.
I'll tell you, it is really fun to see all these talented players here together at one site. Of course, Benny, you and I have had a chance to see these guys all year long, and Now they're all here in one spot. Motion deep for Johnson. This time they'll hand it off to Montgomery, and he is swallowed up in the backfield.
He had the stutter step there in the backfield.
And guess who, Benny? Rike Jenkins from Hudson.
Hudson is one of my teams, one of my surprise teams coming up this year. Obviously, of course, they have to get through Sally's and Middletown, but they could be a surprise team, but they have to play everything on the road. Their home games will be at Caravel, which is really in their backyard, but it's not their home as their new school's being built.
Jenkins able to get right through that offensive line into the tackle, and now the punt team out for the gold once again. It should be Tiberi back there. And he'll boot it away. Waving for a fair catch is McKenzie, who makes it at the 32-yard line. So the blue defense once again standing tall. The gold team being shut out so far here into the third, and the blue offense, which has been rolling, will head back out onto the field to begin this drive.
As we get towards late in the game, they got to start talking MVP. And, like, who do you go to? The guy that's catching all the passes or the guy that's throwing them all?
Can you give a co-award?
Right.
And you saw the speed from Hamlin on that last touchdown.
Again, Matthews has only been pressured 2 times in this game.
And to the other side, the flip side is that blue defensive line has been all over the gold backfield here today. So we'll see if Matthews comes back out. He will. He'll be in the gun. Miller in the slot to the bottom of the screen. Receiver to the top is Jamal Johnson. This time they'll fake the pass, hand it off to B.J. Aline on the draw.
Custis came around the edge, saw the handoff, got the death grip on his jersey, and held him up for his teammates to come make the tackle.
Custis has been the guy that's been flying around defensively for the gold team so far today. Him and Jenkins for their respected teams up front. So that's a short gain, if any at all. 2nd and long coming up here for the blue team. Now, the other quarterback, I believe, on the roster would be McKeevis Rogers from Newark.
He's been playing defense.
Yeah, been playing defensive back. He was an all-state defensive back, but also a heck of an offensive player coming from McCain. So Matthews in the gun on 2nd and long. Slot to the right side. He'll look to throw. Once again, has a man to the sideline, right to the marker, but in and out of the hands of his intended target.
His teammate, Jamal Johnson.
So now it'll set up 3rd down here for the blue team.
It'd be interesting to see Howard, who's had a pretty good run the last 4 years here, how they're going to be post-R.J. Matthews.
Yeah, that's a good question. And, I mean, they've been in, as you mentioned, Benny, the state championship mix for the last 3 years. Of course, state championship aspirations.
Oh, the wild, wild west of Class 2A. I mean, geez. That is one of the most fun divisions to watch here in Delaware.
Now a whistle and a stoppage, at least for the moment, down on the field here. Lights are on. Sun has set, and another unsportsmanlike.
Something was said.
By the gold team. 2nd unsportsmanlike conduct penalty for the gold here tonight. So that's going to give the blue team an automatic 1st down. We were just talking about how they, for maybe the 2nd time tonight, had a 3rd and long. And the gold team, though, going to give them a 1st down right back here just inside the 50. So Matthews and company back to work here, 1st and 10. Johnson to the bottom. Matthews in the gun. He'll look to throw on 1st. They're going to head out to Johnson here to the far sideline. He makes the catch. And he'll pick up about 6 or 7 there on 1st down, a nice chunk.
Westcott right there to make the stop. Get him out of bounds.
Westcott, of course, with that interception back in the 1st half.
He kind of gave him a little spark, and which led to a little offensive juice, and then the Tiberi getting hit and fumbling with just 8 seconds left. So, I mean, he had to get out of bounds. You know, sliding wasn't an option.
So 2nd and about 4 here for the blue team. They'll hand off to Aline. Aline with a little bit of a hole, and now he's out to the outside. Turning on the Jets, B.J. Aline just has to break one tackle, and he does. B.J. Aline into the end zone.
Hold on. Penalty flag at the 44.
That would have been a 46-yard touchdown as it stands, but guys are walking back, and it will be a hold.
That's a hold
Against the blue team. So we've seen our fair share of laundry so far tonight, and that one will negate a 46-yard touchdown for the Gatorade Player of the Year, B.J. Aline.
B.J. Lane just doing B.J. Lane things out there. We saw it in the championship game. We saw it all year long for the Sows. And, that one there, nice run, but it's going to come back. 10-yard holding penalty.
Not sure who the call was on, but it is a hold nonetheless, and that'll back up the blue team, take away the touchdown, and the 23-0 lead will stay as it is with 8:04 to go. Here in the third quarter, second down becomes a little bit longer, second now and 12. So they'll open it up and empty it out for Matthews on second and long. And he'll look to throw. Looking down the middle of the field, has a man, a perfect ball, but unable to hang on to it. That time was, I believe it was McKeevis Rogers, who we were just referencing, now in
Cosme.
playing receiver.
And McCosme on the breakup, and number 17, Royce Scott, and out of Laurel.
No, excuse me. It was I think it was Rike Jenkins, the defensive end who has been all over the field for Hodson. Also a tight end, was playing tight end on that play. It was a nice ball across the middle from Matthews. A little seam slant route there.
And Matthews threw that at about three-quarter arm, almost side arm.
Almost dropped it in over top of the defender who was trailing Jenkins. It was a seam down the middle of the field, and it was jarred loose. A nice play by Cosme.
That's the first time we got the call. Royce Scott and saying he was a linebacker for the Laurel Bulldogs this year. And
here comes pressure, and what a move by Matthews to sense it and break it. Matthews now trying to make something happen, and he's clipped up hard. Coming in and making the play was Trayvon Paulson from Seaford.
Yeah.
And good to see Matthews get up rather quickly. He's been fun to watch.
Good to see Matthews not get hit by that train that was behind him.
And coming off the edge, unblocked, was, of course, Kyle Kustis, who we had talked about being the guy that's been all over the field for the Gold Team from Sussex Central High School. And he was a moment away from having a sack.
With bad intentions. He was steaming down that field.
You can check the replay here up in the booth, and he came unblocked off that right edge. And
he almost came back and made a tackle again.
And if that was the backside, might have been a different result. Matthews able to sense that and spin out, but still dropped for a no-gain play there as Paulson coming up and laying the hit. So fourth down, and now the punt unit in Colfa Nissan, something we haven't said too often for the blue team tonight.
And they're going to have a flag delay a game.
Back them up. So we do not have live stats being officially kept here, but another penalty. I'd like to see how many flags we've had so far tonight.
Probably an all-star game record.
Breaking all kinds of records tonight. Under 7 minutes to go here in the third. Clock will wind now. A 23-0 lead still for the blue team. But the Gold offense set to come on here after the punt.
Nice floater.
Punt is away. Going to take a hop. Now, not going to be returnable. It's going to be touched by the blue squad around the 23, and that's where the Gold team will begin the next drive. So, Benny, they've been alternating quarterbacks. We expect to see Tyndall most likely here.
I think Tyndall started the half, so we should see Tiberi, if that's what they're continuing to do. And that Tiberi is there, they're getting the play. Tiberi started getting the things rolling there in the late
Tyndall's in the huddle, too. Maybe we got a two-quarterback. And Tiberius talking with the coaching staff.
He's going back off the field.
He is going back off the field. He had a little bit of miscommunication there from them two, I think, as he thought he was going in as well. So 1st and 10 for the Gold team here, Benny, from the 23.
Tyndall gives you a little more of a running game out of your quarterback. You know, like I say, runs the veer, runs well.
This time they'll pitch it. And wrapped up and brought down quickly by P.J. Blessington from Marchmere. The ball, though, into the hands that time, I believe, of Xavier Limehouse. And again, not much running room for Limehouse there. He was met right as he took the ball. So no gain on first down. 2nd and 10 now for the Gold squad. So Tyndall in the shotgun, or running back to the left and the right side. He'll look to throw, looking for the slant, and that one's intercepted. Going to be returned for a touchdown, and the blue team keeps on rolling. This one, the All-State defensive back, McKeevis Rogers, read the quarterback's eyes, jumped on the route, and takes it back for 6.
Big-time miscommunication there between the quarterback and the receiver. It looked like the receiver was going to do some type of run, some type of second move, and he takes off, and McKeevis Rogers is there for the pick six.
It looked like Paulson was going to block on the play. He was going out to block the corner. And then it was Rogers who avoided the block, stepped in front.
Tyndall didn't hesitate throwing that pass.
No, I think you were right. I think a miscommunication.
Yeah.
It looked like it was supposed to be a quick out or a quick screen over there to Paulson, and instead Paulson went forward about 5 yards and was looking to block Rogers, who was reading Tyndall. And he was the only one that had any chance of taking that one. And he caught it and returned it for the touchdown. Fanise on for the extra point, missed the last one. This one is up. And
Very
wide
good.
right yet again.
Wow.
But the touchdown will stand with 5:50 to go here in the third. 29-0 Blue Team. Looking good here at Tubby Raymond Field. We'll be back after the break.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Today we're at Matt's Fish Camp in Fenwick Island, Delaware. Come check us out. Matt's Fish Camp features seafood classics, coastal comfort food, and chef-driven specials that pair perfectly with our large selection of craft ales, curated wine list, and camp cocktails. Matt's offers indoor and outdoor dining and is the perfect place to have dinner with your family, happy hour with friends, or enjoy lunch at the Raw Bar. Matt's Fish Camp in Fenwick Island, Delaware, open 7 days a week year-round. See you soon.
I'm Chef Hari Cameron.
McKeevis Rogers, a 10-yard pick six, has given the Blue Team a 29-0 lead. And what a job we've seen out of the Blue squad so far here
Blues
today.
just having fun on a Friday night in June. So they're going to let it go into the end zone. So it's going to be a 1st and 10 from their own 20, and this is just an offense that gets moving, but it stalls itself out. I mean, it's been penalties and interceptions and fumbles and, it's just, again, shooting themselves in their own foot.
So it was a 20-yard pick six for McKeevis Rogers. Of course, the All-State defensive back from Newark. And now the Golden Team will try to build some momentum here with under 6 to go in the third. They'll start from the 20. And it'll be Jacob Tiberi in the gun. And it's once again Montgomery to his left. And they'll turn and hand off to Limehouse. As he's going to be brought down. It was a good job just to pick up a few as making the tackle unblocked that time.
Kept the feet moving. Even though he was running backwards, he kept the feet moving and picks up yardage.
Alexander Ozer from Christiana.
Christiana, a school that has 2 former NFL players. Do you know who they are?
I do not. I grew up just down the road from Christiana High School.
Dan Reeder and Jamie Duncan.
That's right, Dan Reeder.
And Jamie Duncan.
Shout out to the Reeders. Of course, Troy and Brian O'Neill, as well as Darnell Savage, had their camp at the Fieldhouse on Friday. They'll hand it to Limehouse here, trying to get the edge. A nice cut inside. He'll have first down yardage, and a nice carry by Xavier Limehouse. Going to give the Gold Team a new set of downs.
Limehouse, a different type of runner than Johnson. He's the scat type guy. He can run east and west and then turn up and run north and south, whereas Johnson's more the north and south guy with the jump cut. But Limehouse able to run from those sweeps for the Gold Team.
Tiberi again at quarterback here for this drive. In the gun once again here now on 1st and 10. They're going to hand it soft to Cameron Montgomery. Montgomery has a hole, sheds a few tacklers with a few juke moves. And then into the next level of the defense, he's going to be brought down just shy of the 50 and another first down.
Toggle stick guy there, man. Just jumps left, jumps right, gets another step. Great run by him and gets another gold first down.
It's been tough for some of these gold skill position guys, especially those running backs, to have open room. They've been getting hit at the point of contact here pretty early, but on this drive, having some room to work with and making some defenders miss. Again, a lot of fun when you can get all these athletes here in the same game. 4-10 and ticking, 29-0 Blue Team out in front. 1st and 10 now for the Gold Team at the 46. Handoff back to Montgomery, trying to bounce it outside, and he's going to be come up and taken down here, maybe for a loss.
Blue team setting the edge here on defense, not letting them get to the outside after Limehouse went to the right side last time. This time they set the edge, had a couple more guys there. If he doesn't make the tackle, they had a couple more guys there ready to do so.
Andrew McKenzie from Wilmington Friends in on the stop on first down.
The Quakers, the Wilmington Friends.
That's right. 2 years ago, your state, or I should say, 2 years ago, your state champions, Robbie Tattersall at Yale.
Right. And the kangaroo for mascot.
That's right. How did we not bring up the kangaroo yet?
It's been a whole year talking about the kangaroo.
2nd and 10 after the no-gain carry. Right back up the middle and a nice hole and another first down for the Gold team as exploding through the middle of the field on that carry for the Gold squad, I believe.
It's Limehouse.
Was Limehouse?
And he put his head down and got some extras.
And Quincy Risper now getting in to the backfield as well from Woodbridge. He's 5'9", 160, the running back and linebacker from the Blue Raiders.
West side of Sussex County getting it done here in this drive. Woodbridge and Laurel.
Montgomery to the back of Tiberi and Risper now to the left. This time they go to Montgomery. A jump cut in the backfield, explodes through, and picks up about 4.
That was a nice heads-up run by him. You know, remember earlier in this half where he got caught, shuffling his feet in the backfield. This time he stops, finds his spot, takes off, and gets a good gain.
And beyond Bell-esque a little bit there. 2:27 and still ticking here in the third quarter. Got some dancing here in the stands in front of us.
Yes, we do.
It's about that time of the night. Lasted for a few seconds. Starting to get a little bit cooler anyway here in Newark now as we progress into the night.
And we have a flag on the play.
Of course we do. It'll stop it here on 2nd and about 5.
Illegal substitution. It's hard to tell. That was a very nonchalant signal call there.
It will go against the Gold team. I know that
we do
much.
know that. And it was a dead ball foul.
So it'll back them up 5 yards. Again, Gold team having to deal with their fair share of yellow flags tonight.
And all of them pre-snap. Most other than
you're right.
The unsportsmanlike.
It might be every single one. You might be
yeah,
right about that.
Pre-snap penalties.
Maybe a hold or two. I think the blue team has a few of those. Tiberi looking to throw here on 2nd down. Pressure coming. Ball is loose, and it winds up right into the hands
That's a lineman.
of a teammate, a lineman up front for the Gold team, I believe. And again, that was knocked out. So number 57, Kyle Jones from St. George's, the All-State center.
You know what he's saying, right? Did you see that, Mom? Did you see that, Mom?
He said, I told you I was going to touch the ball tonight. It was almost like a receiver. The ball was jarred right into his
Fortunately,
chest.
it was fumbled, so it wasn't tipped or anything.
Tiberi able to elude a few tacklers, and the ball just jarred loose, and Jones with the heads-up play to haul it in. And it results in a first down inside the 30 for the Gold team.
Who had the center getting a first down on their bingo card tonight, right?
Not me. This time, the snap to Tiberi, going to hand it off to Limehouse up the middle.
He is running hard downhill.
He is exploding through those holes. He is hitting them again. When you're a running back and taught to hit that hole hard, he's been hitting it hard tonight.
So we've got to see him run a little like a scat back. Now you're getting to see him run some north and south. And goal looking to maybe punch one in and not go home with a goose egg tonight.
Now in the red zone at the 20-yard line. 2nd and 2. Need to get to the 18. Ashley to the top of the screen. Jalen Anderson, the wide receiver from Polytech, to the bottom. 2 running backs in the backfield with Tiberi. Another miscommunication and a broken play. Tiberi just going to tuck it and try to get the first down.
For the face mask.
There comes a flag. So we'll wait for the flag. Benny, of course, saw the face mask there.
You saw the head come down.
So that should give the Gold team a first down and bring them half the distance.
That's going to take us to the 4th quarter, Nick.
And there we go. We're through 3 here at Delaware Stadium in Newark for your 68th annual DFRC Blue Gold All-Star Football game. It's been all the blue team 29-0. We come back. The gold team looking to punch it in for the first time tonight.
Our home. The things that matter most happen right in our own backyard. Our neighbors, our schools, the places we go, and the people we know. And now there's one news outlet where our story is told. Delaware Live. Locally owned community-based news. Free to every reader because Delaware's future belongs to all of us. Quality journalism we can trust to help us take on the day. Delaware Live. Our state, our news, our home. The things that matter most happen right in our own backyard. Our neighbors, our schools, the places we go, and the people we know. And now there's one news outlet where our story is told. Delaware Live. Locally owned community-based news. Free to every reader because Delaware's future belongs to all of us. Quality journalism we can trust to help us take on the day.
And welcome back inside Delaware Live Sports. Gold team looking to punch it in. They're inside the 10. It'll be first and goal for them as they're looking to get on the board here, trailing 29-0. Welcome back inside Delaware Live Sports. Nick Allen-Cedrini alongside Benny Mitchell, Nick Halliday, and Jason Winchell up here at Delaware Stadium. So it'll be Tiberi to, take the snap. He's going to hand it off. And Horsey with his first carry, showing you how dynamic he can be. Sheds a few tackles in the backfield and able to get a yard or two. But the first time we've seen Horsey touch the ball tonight.
Yeah, another thing, Nick, we've been through 3 quarters injury-free, and that leads to one of our main sponsors. And in this case, there's an injury. First State Ortho is always on the spot.
That's right. They are a typical game of the week sponsor. First State Orthopedics has 46 physicians and 22 physicians assistant at 16 locations, which provide both surgical and non-surgical treatment for a variety of orthopedic conditions, and they're specially trained in the current state-of-the-art techniques. They serve as team physicians for over 20 high schools, Wilmington University, and many local and recreational and competitive leagues. Their doctors are readily available to all the local emergency departments, medical aid, and urgent care centers for consultation and treatment. Give them a call today, 302-731-2888, or you can visit firststateortho.com, and be sure you mention that you saw them here on Delaware Live Sports. They do such a phenomenal job, and as well for the Delaware Blue Hens.
Right. They cover the state very well. And like I said, we've been injury-free here tonight, so in case there is, they're probably here tonight.
I would imagine so. They are everywhere. You heard the statistics, and we're happy to have them as one of our Game of the Week sponsors. And, of course, you'll see them out and about everywhere. So we are back here getting ready to start the 4th quarter here on Delaware Live Sports. Thrilled to be able to bring you the action here from Delaware Stadium on a Friday night, our first taste of football in some time, Benny, and then we're going to have to wait until about August.
We don't have to wait long because, next couple, maybe once July hits, it's time to start finding out who's where, who's got what, who brought in some rising freshmen, and we're going to be all ready to do our Super Sevens, and next thing you know, we're going to be calling high school football.
That's right around the corner. Nothing better than Friday Night Lights.
The only 302 Sports, Delaware Live, the only guys that cover the whole state.
Up and down,
right.
Up and down. And how about that? We got a little north-south combination here on the broadcast.
That's right.
First time able to call a game with Benny. 11 having a great time here tonight. Again, no one knows these guys better. And Benny able to bring that knowledge to you here on the broadcast as we're moments away from getting the 4th quarter underway here at Delaware Stadium. Benny, what stood out to you here throughout this game? We're 3 quarters in. It's been all the blue team 29-0, but anything else stand out?
Coach Reed had to get his roster and go, I get to have all this, and he's used it all. They have just dominated this game. Now, right now they're on the cusp of the blue goal trying to punch it in, but they have been fun to watch. And R.J. Matthews so far, he's thrown sidearm. He's thrown 3/4 arm. He's lofted it downfield.
He's looked fantastic.
And he has moved his feet all over the field. Yet to be sacked in this game tonight.
And that, again, Custis had him lined up for one, and he was able to spin out.
Oh, if Custis had hit him, he may have knocked him in the back of the Wilmington. He was coming with some bad intentions. Custis, and now on offense and as a blocking back.
Again, we'll have the discussion for MVP, but Matthews making a strong case alongside his partner in crime tonight, Hamlin. Tiberi looking to the end zone. That one almost intercepted. Was looking to the middle of the field for 6 as the ball was knocked out, and
a lot of traffic
I believe that was Custis.
A lot of traffic, but everybody else was covered. So
looking for Kyle Custis on cue, but the defense able to get a hand and break that one up. So a nice play over there. It was originally broken up over the top by Andrew McKenzie, and then B.J. Aline was there
almost got the
as
interception.
well.
Got that pistol with the up back.
So here's the 3rd and goal play. Tiberi, quick handoff up the middle. Horsey trying to get in, and he's going to be a few yards short, and we're going to see a 4th down and goal coming up, and I have a feeling the offense going to stay on the field for Coach Dooley.
Horsey, Milford, the Milford running back this year. Jed Bell ran the wing tee, so he's good between the tackles. He's also a breakaway threat, but right now you're not really looking for a breakaway. You're looking to put that head down and get yourself 2 yards.
How about that? It'd be nice to run the wing tee here at Tubby Raymond Field.
Well, bring John Wells up or that Jed Bell.
Right.
You'll probably see it.
John Wells won a few championship here a couple years ago. I guess 4 or 5 years now. My first championship, I believe, I covered here. Tiberi, the handoff back to Horsey on 4th down, and he's not going to get there. He's going to be wrapped up short.
Caught from behind, number 16 on the play.
P.J. Blessington has been all over the field defensively for the blue team today. Him and Enrique Jenkins from Hanson have been stellar.
He came right off the edge, came around and got Horsey from behind as Horsey was looking for a hole.
11:08 after the stoppage, and the gold team was looking for their first points. Not going to get it there. Going to have to wait until the next one.
I'm going to put my money right now on R.J. Matthews slinging this ball downfield. How about a 99-yarder to go along with what he's done
You know
tonight?
what? Wouldn't surprise me at all. Again, his father, Rayshon Matthews Sr., calling the plays, I believe, here today for that blue team. Seeing some of that Howard playbook here with some of these weapons. And now another drive for him deep in their own territory. We've seen a few deep touchdowns.
Got to go under center.
We'll see here.
Ball's
and he lost
the
the ball. Going to have to pick it up. He tried to throw it, so that's going to be a penalty, and that should be a safety.
Yep.
Hamlin was running free deep across the middle of the field. Not sure if it was supposed to be play action or just a regular handoff. Either way, Matthews lost it, picked it up, and then tried to get rid of it.
He just looked at the ref and stopped like, really? I don't think he realized the situation. And, hey, you can't be perfect, but he was darn close to perfect tonight.
That's right. And how about that's the first points of the board on the gold. So that's the way the first points for the gold team come tonight. It's a safety against R.J. Matthews. So they will have it off of the punt. It'll be Colfanis to punt it away for the blue team now. So the safety will give the gold team 2 points. Now a 29-2 game with 11 minutes to go here from Delaware Stadium.
Seeing a little bit of everything here tonight.
A little bit of everything. Again, thanks for tuning in on your Friday evening. Stay cool for the rest of the weekend. Going to be a hot one.
Oh, tomorrow's supposed to be brutal. I have pool plans for tomorrow.
Where are you heading?
Across the street from my house.
There you go. Don't feel like going down to the beach too crowded?
No.
To the beach itself?
You don't. Locals don't go to the beach on Saturdays. Unless you live on the beach.
Well, if you're living on the beach and listening to us now, we'd love an invite.
Right.
11:04 to go, still here.
I'll be back in my house by 11 a.m. tomorrow morning.
Oh, an early pool trip. Are you going before 11?
No, then after 11.
Oh, gotcha.
It'll be a game time decision if I get out.
There you go. Got some kids waving to us down here on the field. As that punt's gonna get loose, and finally wrapped up at around the 15. So even when it seems like things won't go good for the blue, they make another big play there, and the gold team going to be pinned deep to start this drive with under 11 minutes to go.
And just, we're starting. I think I think gold needs to look into that deep slant that we saw earlier in the game with Tiberi, and maybe some crossing patterns and get something going and try to break something big.
Yeah, timing's been just a tad off here for the offense today. We've seen a few miscommunications, and again, these guys get just a week of camp to prepare for this game, so it can be kind of tough.
To run an offense you probably never run before.
Exactly right, and again, that's why when you're Matthews and you're the quarterback and your dad's calling the plays there, right? You've been running that offense, and it shows. He's been fantastic as well as that blue team offense. We'll see if the Gold can get something going. Tyndall here, there's that veer, but it will be the handoff up the middle. So we've yet to see him pull it, but as Benny mentioned, it's something he's very capable of and has done in the past. As Montgomery going to pick up about 6 on the first down carry.
Montgomery has had a good second half here. He kind of got slowed down a little bit in the first half as Johnson was eating up the yards, but Montgomery's done a good job, running every third play or so, and he's had some good gains here in the second half.
And blue team defense has been stout tonight, especially up front. The secondary has been great. As we mentioned, a lot of talent on the field for both sides here tonight in this one.
Seeing a lot of ice cream in front of us, so I don't know how it's not melting when you get to your seat.
Handoff up the middle. Little extracurriculars there at the 25. Right? You've been playing. It's the fourth quarter.
Yeah, who's who? I'm here.
So that's going to set up 3rd and inches as we tick under 10 minutes to go. Gold team looking to pick up a first down, and turns out they did get enough, so first down yardage on the carry. So that was Limehouse with another first down. He's gotten going here in the second half. It'll be now 1st and 10 for the Gold team from the 25.
We've not seen any Tracy Johnson here in the second half.
Now a bunch of carries early on. And now Tyndall will look to throw. One of the first times for him to put the ball in the air tonight, and not going to be able to do it that time. He takes a hard hit near the line of scrimmage.
He didn't shy away from it.
No, and again, that's kind of been you don't want to say the difference, but that defensive line from the blue team has really been causing havoc here throughout this game. This time, Tyndall just a little quick to break the pocket. And ran into the blue team defender. And on the stop was P.J. Blessington.
Johnson is standing up on the sideline, so I'd say he's not hurt. We just haven't seen much of him in the second half. What a cutback by Limehouse. That's just running with your eyes right there.
I was going to say vision, right?
Mm-hmm.
And again, someone you've had a chance to check out over the years.
Right. I coached him in wrestling.
There you go.
Young kid in middle school, yeah. There's not many that work harder, I'll tell you that.
And you get the talent combination, with that work ethic, and good things will happen. And, of course, Limehouse with a heck of a career at Laurel, and now putting on a nice performance here in the second half of the All-Star game. Coach trying to put together a drive here.
Joey Jones referred to him as a silent leader. Yeah, he says Xavier doesn't say much. He just leads with what he does on the field.
And you got to be a special player to do it that way, because that way doesn't always work. And almost another, I believe, breakdown and miscommunication.
Well,
Jenkins going to wrap up Tyndall.
They were struggling to get lined up. If you saw that, the two backs were trying to figure out who was supposed to be where, and then the ball snaps, and Limehouse gets up and just makes a block. Instead of just standing around. That was good job by Limehouse to be, hey, this play ain't going right. Let me go up here and get a block for somebody. Maybe we can make something positive out of it.
And it's happened a few times here on the Gold side tonight. Again, short practice week, and now 4th down coming up here. 3 yards to go. Need to get just outside that 35-yard line for a new set of downs.
My guess is you see Limehouse straight ahead here.
Might be my call.
He's in the pistol, yeah.
7-11 and ticking. Limehouse, the back behind Tyndall. He'll put it in the air. Out of the pocket. Eyes downfield, floating across the middle. That one almost intercepted. Almost reading it perfectly was Andrew McKenzie. He had Tyndall's eyes the entire way.
Intended for Andre Ashley.
And just wasn't able to haul in the interception.
Thought he maybe had some running room there. He may have been able to run for that first down. But I think you're down 7 minutes left in the game. You want to make something big happen.
So blue offense back on the field.
Yeah, Priestley was. I don't know if he was covered or not, but he's going off the field at the 30.
He was on there for a while. So Blue offense will take over after the incompletion on 4th down. 1st and 10 from the 30. Matthews, of course, looking to sling it. Looking for an opening. And somehow was able to escape. He's still brought down. It will register as a sack. I believe chasing him down from behind.
Zachary Robinson, First State Military Academy.
There it is, and there's the First State Military Academy. So early college and First State, of course, leaving their imprints on this game.
First State had a really good year. I'm excited to see what they do this season now with Lamons gone from Tatnall.
Yeah.
I think single A really kind of, it might be anybody's game this year.
It's been a fun, as you mentioned earlier in the broadcast, a fun conference to pay attention to, or a fun class to pay attention to. So 2nd and 10 after the sack. And how about the quick feet there, trying to get to the edge. Maybe picking up 1 or 2 yards. As that time they got it.
Was Jordan Miller
Jordan Miller, yeah. Jordan Miller with about his 4th carry of the ball game. Your offensive player of the year in Class 2A.
Right down the road.
That's right.
Caravel Buccaneers.
State champions.
We'll see them a couple times this season.
Yeah, Coach Reed obviously coaching the blue team, coming off that undefeated state championship season. You know, a slew of fantastic position players. Here's our 2-minute break at the 6-minute mark. We'll stay right here for the moment, but Caravel, when you talk about Truman Awareness at quarterback, had a fantastic year, and Trey Hamlin, a fantastic year at skill position. They just had Jordan and Craig Miller. That Caravel offense was loaded up with offensive toys there.
Yeah, Nick, I looked to my right, and I'm just crazy output by R.J. Matthews. I looked to my right, and there's the full moon over the stadium.
Wow, that is positioned, placed perfectly. That's some good placement. Oh, we'd love to get, an official stat line on RJ here when we finish up, but a fantastic game for him. Does have the one interception in and out of the hands of Jamal Johnson, and the safety. But other than that, a flawless performance. Him and Hamlin have connected on 2 deep touchdown passes.
Well, even the interception was, he was in front of the defender, and he bobbled it up and over his head, and Westcott just athletic and pulls it down.
So it'll be our final 2-minute break of the game here at the 6-minute warning. As Fenice working on some field goal snap and holds here on the near sideline in case they send back out the field goal unit. They lead 29-2, 5:49 to go.
In case they need 3 more, right?
And we'll see if the Gold offense is able to get in the end zone here before the game's over. They've had a few nice drives that have been stalled out here in the second half.
I don't know that this is one of the better views that we get to watch games from here.
Oh, it is.
Top of the University of Delaware.
Yeah, especially after they finished up the Whitney Athletic Center here a few years ago. And the COVID year, Benny, we were doing games from across over there in that little wooden built hut.
We did the state championship over there. And the one thing they forgot was insulation. Second week of December, we're calling games there. I called 3 games or 2 games, and my toes hurt for a week.
Yeah, still up there, though. And we're gonna bring in Nick Halliday. Nick Halliday, what is going on down there? So we're gonna pause the game. There is a 40-yard field goal kick contest that we're gonna do here at the 6-minute mark. Benny, what do you think?
Interesting. Do the points count?
Some in-game entertainment.
Whoever does it.
I thought I saw Cole Fenice warming up, but it turns out these young ladies have been
okay,
warming up.
Not players. Okay.
No, these are, I guess, fans that have won an opportunity to give this a go around here.
40 yards. That's your contest.
That's like what they do at Delaware games too, when they bring you out and give you a chance at 40.
They kick them from, but they're drunk because they're usually out of the student section, so they don't know.
We got to move this up, right? This has got to be at least a 20-yarder, and I mean from the 10-yard line, 20-yarder. Oh, you know what? Maybe we'll be surprised here. So here we go.
There must be prizes or money on the line.
Oh, there definitely is. 30 yards. This will be a 40-yard kick. She's a lefty. Oh, and she gets it to roll to the 15. Benny, I think she's been practicing all week, just didn't get a good plan on that
No,
plant
you're
foot.
right. You're right. She had a little shuffle going up to the ball.
All I know is if she got another opportunity, she would bury it.
Is that it? Was this college game day or something here?
I think that's it.
Uh,
And we're getting some public, speaking. Sean Green doing a phenomenal job, PA, tonight. Shout out to Sean Green. But I believe he came over. Did he say what I thought he said? We've had someone in the booth tell us that was for $100,000. Oh, it's getting late in Newark here, 9:27 Eastern time. But I'm not sure. Don't hold us to that. That's speculation.
That was murmured up here in the box.
But a good attempt down there on the field, and now we're set to resume action here.
Okay, if 100,000 was on the line,
100,000, my
40 yards.
goodness.
40 yards is fair. 10,000. Okay, that's 40 is fair there too.
Either way, thousands of dollars were on the line for that kick. We're back in action. 5:47 after the 2-minute warning. Excuse me, the 6-minute warning.
I've seen some of those Saturday afternoon Delaware games.
Yep, I've been down there for them.
They don't even know they kicked.
Matthews looking, has a man
Oh,
wide
yes, he
open
does.
at the 20. Has, guess who? Trey Hamlin, and he's going to be close to that record after that catch. That's good for about 15 yards. And he had some good yardage on the stat sheet before that one. Now creeping up towards that record.
That record he's going for is, I think it was Heyman out of Newark, 1969, one of the oldest records in the book.
Goodness.
Oh, I didn't think he had that many.
Because he had the 2 catches, and that was about 160 or 70,
so he must have
right?
had some other catches in there. Tucker, Heyman, and Swan. That was the Newark backfield back in 69.
Well, a new name in that record book now,
right.
Benny. It'll be Trey Hamlin from Caravel. Nice year for him.
Well,
A state championship.
Swan
for
is the
Newark.
name of American. That's Pedro Swan.
Yep.
His father.
Quite the performance from both of those guys. And a
Yeah,
whistle
we'll
and
go flag.
laundry.
Delay game. So 2 records broken here tonight
Wow.
that we know of. I think once they get down and dig into the stats a little more, we might see some more.
That's right. It's been a heck of a day offensively for the blue team. I wonder what the quarterback record is, especially given, I guess not too many quarterbacks have played the entire game right in this game. So RJ is still letting it loose. He might be able on his way to some records. Again, a shout out to Nick Halliday, who's been kind of our sports information director up here.
The most yards rushing and passing belongs to Nolan Henderson.
Oof.
And that was
Nolan
some big time yards
Henderson.
there.
What a name here at Delaware. What a phenomenal career. Had an up close and personal look at that. To the outside, and that one just tipped. That one almost got through the hands of Jalen Anderson, but he got enough on it to break it up near the end zone. And Nolan Henderson, what a
if
career.
Hamlin has the receiving record, Matthews has to be close to Henderson's record.
And what a career Nolan had at Delaware, and now with the Roughnecks, I believe.
Yes.
I'll tell you, it's fun being able to see him on ESPN and stuff like that again. It's fun to watch for his time here in Newark. So now Matthews will turn handoff to Rayshawn Lamons. Lamons with about his 3rd or 4th carry tonight, and another big gain for number 23.
He puts both hands on the corners of the ball and runs straight at you. He was the Class A Player of the Year, winning a state championship for Tatnall. I think maybe the last time Tatnall was
for them.
maybe the last time Tatnall was even relative was when Bill Berge was coaching.
And again, Lamont staying there for his career. And again, sometimes nowadays you just can't say that about a lot of guys. Fakes the handoff. RJ looking to get a rushing touchdown on that stat sheet and resume tonight. He'll be tackled just short. He's close to that first down marker. I think it's going to be 4th and inches coming up here for the blue team offense.
Kwame Harris of Smyrna, bring him down from behind.
I believe another All-Stater.
And looks like we have a shift change here. And Fenice is going to come on and kick next.
So in the 3rd quarter, it was putting out there, and this is thanks to Sean Green, Matthews to Hamlin. They had 3 catches, 260 yards, and 2 touchdowns before the fourth quarter.
Right.
So, yeah, RJ got to be closing in. Yep, so RJ will have the quarterback record.
It's another record.
Fenice is on. Not going to go for the touchdown this time. The field goal is up and through for Fenice, so he has another field goal. As that one was good from, I think,
It's a short
21.
One. Yeah.
So 32-2, 3.5 minutes to go. Again, thanks to everyone who's tuning in tonight on Delaware Live Sports for the 68th annual DFRC Blue Gold All-Star Football Game up here in the press box at Delaware Stadium. Nick Allison-Drini alongside Benny Mitchell, Nick Halliday, and Jason Winchell. Benny, we're almost through our 68th annual All-Star Game. 3:24 to go. It's been all blue team 32-2. Even the 2 points for the gold came as a result of a safety as R.J. Matthews throwing the ball away in the end zone. But gold team now with a chance to get on the board here. If they're able to score a touchdown here on the last drive of the game, that might heal a little bit.
Yeah, makes the ride home a little bit easier.
Better, right?
Yeah.
At least for the touchdown scorer.
I tell you, they've had some guys, their runners they've done a good job. Just
stuck to the ground game a lot today. Like you said, 2 different styles offensively.
Absolutely.
So Fenice will kick it away for what I would guess will be the final time tonight, but you never know. And it's a good one. I believe that's Limehouse.
At the 5.
See what he can do with it. Cuts back to the middle of the field, and a nice return up outside the 25 for Limehouse.
Turn of about 20 yards, and like I said, that's what he's done at Laurel. He's been Mr. Everything. He's been he's the defensive leader, the offense. He can catch, he can run, and big on special teams. I think he's in his career, and it may even been in the same year. He has scored in every facet. Running, catching, pick 6. Punt return, kick return. I don't think he's ever passed for one.
Who knows? Maybe tonight's the night.
Right.
I'll tell you the definition of an athlete.
And he scored a couple here in their state championship runs the 2 years that they won single A.
So Tiberian at quarterback here for this drive. And he'll look to throw. It's going to be a screen out to Anderson. Anderson is going to be wrapped up immediately. Coming up and making the play is number 22 in blue, Makai Beach. Another All-Stater, second-team All-State from Hodson. And Beach has had a few nice defensive plays today.
I think Hodson is going to be a team to be reckoned with this year. They got a couple players on this team here today. But they were – if you remember, the bracket got a little screwy last year, and Hodson ended up playing Middletown in the first round and being on the same side of the bracket as Smyrna and Salesiana.
And again, not that long ago, that C.J. Henry and Coach Frank Moffitt, who was the coach at the time, won that state championship here at Delaware Stadium. C.J. Henry with a heck of a season.
Highest scoring championship win.
Going to look to the far side here is Tiberi. I believe has Priestley.
On the comeback, yeah. Number 8 on the defense, McKeevis Rogers.
Rogers had that pick 6 earlier in the game. The Newark Yellow Jacket. As we approach the 2-minute mark here at Delaware Stadium.
Don't seem to be in a hurry to get this going.
Clock continues to
we're
tick
under 2
here.
minutes.
I think they just know they've got a good
Johnson's
play.
back in the game. Yes, Johnson's back in the game. And they call a timeout, but Gold was in no hurry to get that play off. It was a little weird.
Yeah, well, he'll talk it over now. With 1:44 still remaining when they come out of the timeout. Crowd still going strong here in Newark. We are up here. The windows are closed in the air conditioning. We're soft up here in the press box, but seems to be a little bit colder and nicer down there now than it was around kickoff time. That's for sure.
I'm too old to have to sweat anymore.
That's why they built this nice new press box up here with the air conditionings and the windows.
Well, you've been around the CAA, one of the better press boxes you've been in.
Yep, you're right about that. And again, once they made those renovations, they were much needed here at Delaware Stadium, and they certainly made fantastic ones. It's beautiful up here.
The first state championship game I called was in the old.
Yeah.
And it was in the
tough squeeze,
top, where you had to climb a ladder.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I had to walk those stairs every game, walk all the way up and then climb them up, and I had to carry all the equipment for him. It was happy to have the elevator.
And then it broke the first week of the first year.
Tiberi going to let this one fly. Has Priestley, who
Nice
hauls
catch.
it in at the 40, and the first big play offensively for the Gold team comes with under 2 minutes to play in the fourth.
Priestley's been kind of like squeaking all night,
almost there.
waiting for the chance. Somebody get me this ball. They get him. That's his second big long catch of the night.
And a flag on the play. Maybe we spoke too soon, and they're going to bring it back for a hold.
Minute 37 to go in an All-Star game.
And Priestley going to have to haul in another one. That was the best ball of the night for Tiberi. Referee's working hard tonight, working hard.
They're doing a good job, but
Absolutely.
if I'm the White Hat, I'm collecting flags right now. Pulling them right out of their pocket.
So they'll back up the Gold team after the hold. So what was a gain of about 25 or 30 will now be a loss of about 10.
Mm-hmm.
So again, if you're just joining us, it has been all blue team. It started early on a trick play. The first play from scrimmage for the blue team, a 92-yard touchdown from Lamons. From Matthews to Lamons, back to Matthews, and then he hit Hamlin deep. The Howard to Tatnall to Howard to Caravel connection got it started. They didn't look back from that point. RJ's been slinging it all over the place. Hamlin has a couple touchdowns, deep ones, and a 32-2 lead for the blue team here in your First State Orthopedics game of the week. Didn't think I'd be saying that here in June.
No. Got some little league action coming up next month.
That's right. Tiberi looks to throw here on third down after the hold. Has Priestley again at the 30. Nice move inside, and he'll slide down at the 41.
So, not as long, but to get the first down. Priestley gets a chance to show his athleticism.
119 stop. Will wind here shortly.
He's down there with his hands right now. Been here all night. Been here all night.
Wanted to make sure there wasn't a flag there on that play. So Tiberi back into the huddle. The clock now winding. Approaching a minute. So most likely to put the ball in the air again. Horsey going to be split wide to the bottom. Priestley to the top. Anderson in the slot. Tiberi has Priestley again. And he is into blue territory inside the 45. So Priestley with a nice first couple of
making a
receptions.
statement here late in the games.
And Harvest Bowl connection.
Yeah, Gold's going to take a timeout.
Yeah, we'll stay right here, Benny. What do you see? So what are you seeing out of Gold here on this drive?
This is something, I felt after the second touchdown they needed to open it up. They stuck to who they are. But now Tiberi's coming out and showing, I'm a throwing quarterback. And, he's made a few mistakes tonight, but this last drive of the first half and then this drive here, he's really been on point, patient, and climbs the ladder and makes good throws.
And nothing new for Jacob Tiberi, right? Alternating series here with Tyndall. He did that all season long for Smyrna.
At Smyrna, that's right.
So kind of a similar game plan here.
And he gets last go, so.
Of course, able to make the Blue Gold All-Star game. Of course, just getting half the reps here for the Smyrna Eagles this season. A nice season for them.
And they've been on the front porch. They've just not been able to get in.
48 seconds. Here's the snap to Tiberi. Out of the gun, looking for Anderson, who slips and falls at the 30. I think wouldn't have had a chance at it anyway.
No.
But Anderson did have some room up there, second down.
There were 43 to play. I got second down, and I don't think they need to go for it. I mean, obviously they want to come out of here with a touchdown.
Yeah.
But I don't think they got time. They got 43 seconds.
Plenty.
They're throwing well to the outside. They got their receivers are getting open. Blues playing a little soft right now, but and they get this half they have timeouts. Last half, first half they didn't.
None. I think they have a few, as Betty mentioned, a few left here in the fourth.
Right.
So we'll see what Coach draws up. They've ran almost every play today with two running backs in the backfield, specifically. Tiberi now has Anderson, who makes the catch inside the 40. Makes a few defenders miss, and he's going to get inside the 25.
Anderson with the stiff arm there gets about 5 more yards.
So up tempo here now for the Gold team. Going to speed it up back to the line of scrimmage, as Benny mentioned. Looking to score a touchdown here before this thing closes up. 30 seconds to go.
The Polytech Panther with the big reception. He's had a couple today.
He looked good. Tiberi with 30 seconds. First down. Fires. Looking for Horsey, who took an absolute shot. And he's going to get up rather quickly. Way to shake it off. Horsey, that was laid. The boom that time was McKeevis Rogers.
Yeah, that was a little close to a helmet to helmet. I think he got him between the pads.
Horsey able to shake it off. Again, he didn't see that coming.
That was knock.
And now 21 seconds to go. Benny, 2nd and 10 from the 25-yard line as Tiberi has the play call.
I'm looking for Priestley down around the 5-yard line.
Priestley up to the top of the screen. He's had a few big catches on this drive. He's one-on-one with the talented Mackay Beach from Hodson. Slot to the right side, 2 backs with Tiberi. He's looking for Priestley. He's going to let it fly to the end zone. The post for Priestley, and he couldn't get there. Just out of the reach in the back of the end zone.
Brings us down to 14 seconds. 3rd down. They've got time for 2 plays.
Priestley, again, was covered tightly by Beach, but had a little bit of space towards the middle. Would have had to have been a perfect throw. And was just out of the reach of the Middletown Cavalier receiver. And now, as Benny said, 14 seconds. You can take away kind of the down marker here. It's 3rd down, but 2 plays coming up.
Checking in number 12, Andre Ashley. He's had some catches today.
Started at wide receiver for the Gold team. And he'll give Priestley a breather. Same formation for Tiberi and the Gold team. They're going to hand it off to Montgomery.
And take a timeout.
So here we go, Benny. 1 play, and of course doesn't have anything to do with the outcome of this game, but could be big for the Gold team if they're able to get in the end zone.
But I'm bringing the play that they've their best, other than the throw to Priestley that got called back for a holding with 1:37 to go in an All-Star game. The other big play they've had is the crossing, the deep slant with Ashley. I might go back to that. Try to hit Ashley on the deep slant, or maybe a second move, a slant, and then go to the corner. Because Tiberi's got the arm to throw it this far.
And the offensive line on this drive has done a good job of giving him time to throw.
Priestley and Ashley are going to line up next to each other.
They'll be to the left. It's Jalen Anderson by himself here to the bottom. Nick Strasowski, your near side corner. Beach on the far side. Snap to Tiberi could be the last play of the game. Pressure coming. Tiberi out of the pocket. He's going to stay behind the line of scrimmage. Now he'll tech it and run. He's going to try to stay in bounds. That'll do it, and that'll wrap up the game. The Gold team stopped inside the 10, but the Blue defense able to hold the Gold team without points as the only 2 coming on a safety from the Blue team. It was all blue today, Benny. 32-2. R.J. Matthews and Trey Hamlin, your nominees for MVP, but what a performance from the Blue team.
Yeah, let's take a quick commercial timeout, and we'll wrap this thing up. Come back, collect our thoughts, and wrap this thing up. So we'll be right back.
Welcome to Premier Physical Therapy and Sports Performance. We're a locally owned outpatient physical therapy practice with convenient locations in all 3 counties in Delaware. At Premier, we have experienced physical therapists with advanced credentials, but their hospitality, passion, and enthusiasm is what makes the difference for you. Find our convenient locations at premierptsp.com.
You may have tried physical therapy,
but have you tried Premier?
It's a growing hospitality company with 16 restaurants and a variety of other hospitality businesses, all located in beautiful southern Delaware. We have recently added many departments to our executive leadership team, including a training department, a property development department, and a construction department. We invite you to come live at the beach and work with a growing restaurant group with many opportunities to advance your career. Citadel Concepts Restaurant Group, come check us out. Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer. Check us out. Located in the Rehoboth Gateway, Blue Coast features indoor and outdoor dining and serves beautiful, simple food that highlights the flavors of southern Delaware. With chef-inspired daily specials, an award-winning wine list, and an extensive list of craft cocktails and local beer, Blue Coast is the perfect spot for a night out. Blue Coast Seafood Grill in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware, open 7 days a week year-round for lunch and dinner. See you soon.
And welcome back inside the press box at Delaware Stadium into Delaware Live Sports. Nick Alessandrini, Benny Mitchell, Nick Halliday, and Jason Wentz are going to put a bow on your 68th annual DFRC Blue Gold All-Star Football Game, brought to you tonight by First State Orthopedics. A 32-2 win for the blue team over the gold. And Benny, again, Game of the Week is brought to you by First State Orthopedics. 46 physicians and 22 physicians assistants at 16 locations, which provide both surgical and non-surgical treatment for a variety of orthopedic conditions and are specially trained with the current state-of-the-art techniques. They serve as team physicians for over 20 high schools, Wilmington University, and many local recreational and competitive leagues. Their doctors are readily available to all of the local emergency departments, medical aid, and urgent care centers for consultation and treatment. Give them a call today, 302-731-2888, or you can visit firstaidortho.com. Benny, who is our First Aid Ortho player of the game for the 68th annual Blue Gold All-Star Football
It's
Game?
a tough decision, and you look to the guy that got in the end zone, Lawton Hamlin. But I think the guy that's the player of the game is R.J. Matthews. I mean, he was masterful out there. Even his interception was a ball that was bobbled and bounced back over the receiver's head, and an athletic Lexington Westcott guy. My player of the game is definitely R.J. Matthews. He breaks two records here tonight. One from 1982. He was a part of a record from 1982.
Wow.
And then another one broken from 1969. 5 years.
Wow.
And so, he broke 90 years of records basically here tonight if you add them all
And
up.
we had the best seat in the house for it. We were here to witness history tonight. And R.J. Matthews, your First Aid Ortho player of the game, your co-player Trey Hamlin, 4
Right.
catches, 231 yards, and 2 touchdowns. A record-breaking performance for the Caravelle Buccaneer tonight as well. So, Benny, it was a fun one here from Delaware Stadium on a hot Friday evening, 32-2. Players had a great time. The buddies were fantastic. It was just an overall great experience here at Delaware Stadium for the Blue Gold All-Star Football Game.
Yeah, it was great being back up here because last time I was up here was December. Guess I'll be back again this coming December. But looking forward to another season of high school football, and we'll have 20, 30 games to bring you this year throughout the state. Of course, all anchored at the downstate games down there. And but first, we got some Little League action coming up.
That's right. One of my favorite parts of the year.
Yeah, I'll have that Sussex County District 3 championship out of Millsboro, and then you'll have the upstate. I think they're playing it at Naaman's, and then the championship game being played at Middletown. We had a fun time doing it last year.
That's right.
But all of them went to the if game.
That's right.
so to
Forcing
speak.
the extra game.
Forcing the extra game. So, we're basically high school, but, we cover some little guys
do it all.
when we get a chance.
Absolutely. If we can, we'll be there. And a special thanks to everyone that was able to tune in tonight. Your MVP, R.J. Matthews, will be heading to Virginia State University next season. I'm sure if those coaches and staff were watching tonight, they were pleased with what they saw out of the Howard quarterback. Well, for Benny Mitchell, Nick Halliday, and Jason Winchell, I am Nick Alessandrini here for Delaware Live Sports. Your 68th annual Blue Gold Football All-Star Game in the books, a 32-2 win for the blue team over the gold. We will see you with some Little League here this summer. Have a good one, everyone.